Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CU Rec Center. I'm your host tonight, JR. To my left is...
I'm Ben, and we are here for senior night for the D2 men's hockey. And the Buffs are ready to go today, coming in with a 12-6 record on the year, playing against the Michigan State Spartans with a 10-6 record, coming off two large victories last December, both 9-1 and 9-2.
Tonight, the Colorado Buffaloes, as Ben mentioned, are having their senior night tonight. The seniors to keep an eye on for throughout the play is going to be Diego Pitones, who's a senior. He's going to be number 6. Noel Sanicki, who's also a senior, number 13. Luke Dow, number 2. Thomas Knapp, number 4. Tate Doris, number 10. And Aiden Habel, number 92. Those are going to be our key players for tonight. The seniors, they've spent most of their time here at Colorado looking to capitalize with a win on senior night. It's one of the biggest nights. Honestly, if you play any sports, you look forward to senior night anytime of your 4 years at any school. It's definitely going to be a show to watch, Ben.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Senior night, always an emotional night for obviously the seniors, but even the underclassmen, those seniors who have been leaders for them for even just 1 year, but for some 2 or 3 years. And should be great performance today, great game from all those seniors, and hopefully they can get this win on senior night and end their games here at the CU Rec Center with a win.
Like we said, senior night's always a great experience, the atmosphere. Not many fans here so far, but that is because they are clearing the ice. Ben and I are going to be your commentators for tonight. We're actually going to switch things up a little bit. Ben's going to be doing the play-by-play, and I'm going to be doing the colors, just to get a feel of what it's like for each of us. We might switch every period, but we're looking forward to tonight. It's been a while. We just returned back from our winter break, a month long. Definitely was longer than what it was like for high school for me. I'm not used to having a month off. It's our first game back, so we apologize if we're a little rusty, but we're excited to watch some more hockey tonight.
Yeah, and you make a good point about the fans here. Michigan State actually with a good little section over to our left here, and traveling all the way from East Lansing, traveling here to Boulder. It's arguably maybe a warmer or just slightly colder than it is outside. We have some good snow outside, expecting a few inches tonight. We JR and I walked to the rink today, and we got a little colored, let's just say that. But snowing outside, and we're ready for a great game in the rink, in the barn, some may say.
You know, Ben, you mentioned that there's a bunch of snow. On our way here, I don't know if I've ever been excited to walk into a cold arena because it's pretty cold out there. So I was excited to actually get into a place, even though it's cold, it's warmer in here than it is outside. But I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to watch some hockey. I've been thriving for some hockey ever since we went on break. Ben, how'd you spend your winter break?
JR, I had a great break. Obviously, month long. Got home about mid-December. Had a good Christmas Eve. Spent it with the family. Went up to Canada. Spent some time in Vancouver. With the Canadians. Watched them play a little bit of hockey, actually. Saw some people just on some ODRs. Some just skating around. I had a great break. And then I was ready to come back here, get back to Boulder, call some hockey games with you, and just, I'm ready to go. So, JR, how was your break? How'd you spend it?
Ooh, my break was pretty great, I'm not going to lie. When you said you were waiting to call some hockey, I was waiting to call some hockey with you too. At our meeting earlier this week, me and Ben both were excited to call tonight's hockey game. especially the fact that it's senior night. But my break was really great. I went to go see some family on the southern side of the country. I was out there for 2 weeks. That's the longest I've ever been away from home since I grew up here in Colorado. But it was pretty great. But we did have to leave a little bit early because that snowstorm watch. But then I got to chill at home, spend more time with family, some friends I haven't seen in a while. It was definitely much needed for sure, because I don't know about you, Ben, but the schoolwork did start to pile up a little bit. That was a little tricky, but nothing we can't handle. We're back. This time, unfortunately, I think I'm going to have more homework than I did last semester. Even though I am taking one more credit, or one more class, my oh my do I have much more homework. I have homework for every single class. Did you know that? And it's only syllabus week.
Yeah, it is silly week here in Boulder. Silly week, as I like to say, as I get Nick looking at me. But, I mean, obviously, it's our second semester here in Boulder for both of us. And, I mean, first semester, it was a good wake-up call, I would like to say, actually.
For sure.
I mean, definitely different from high school. I mean, obviously, classes were different. Everything was the new changes. But I'm ready for the second semester. I'm ready for all the new sports to call this spring. And, I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Me too, Ben. Me too, yeah. It was a good welcome for sure here in Boulder. But surprisingly, I'm not going to lie, I know we have snow today. We did not get that much snow last year. Oh, also, folks, Happy New Year. We hope you had a great New Year. I know we're halfway into January, but last time me and Ben saw you guys was early December, so it's been a while. We hope you had a great New Year's. But, yeah, no, I'm excited to kick off this new SCO Buff semester. The folks here, nobody's showing up quite yet. There's a lot of Michigan fans compared to Colorado fans, but they're slowly coming in. We should expect to see a lot more people since it is senior night, and it is 8 o'clock, which we thought was puck drop, but they're still clearing the ice. We have our lineups in front of us, our call sheets. We're going to try and get everybody's name right, at least close to right, because last time Marcin Kevinchus had a phenomenal goal on the men's D1 team. Ben was calling that with me, and we couldn't pronounce his last name. We apologized so dearly, and we just yelled Rapolis. Actually, Ben yelled Rapolis, but that was a great experience. Ben, what can you recall from the last time we commentated together?
I mean, yeah, it seems like we're coming off a hot streak. Streak meaning one game. But last time we were here, it was our D1 team against the Rams from up north. And the Buffs, it was a back-and-forth game, whole game. And we ended up going to extra time.
Overtime.
Sorry, my bad. And went to overtime, and Rapolis scored within first
20 seconds? No, 20 seconds.
It was a very quick goal. We were excited up here. We were screaming.
Just a little bit.
Not just a little bit. We were screaming. I mean, I feel bad for anybody listening that had to hear that. But, yeah, we ended on a great game. Hopefully seeing another great game today. As we said, we got senior night. And a fun fact of the day, we'll bring it out here. We actually got brothers on both sides of the puck today.
Indeed.
We got brothers Josh and Matt Melakranakis for Michigan State. Both forwards, playing on that forward line for Michigan State.
You know, Ben, as you told me that, there's even another fun fact to that. The two brothers on the Colorado side are Nick and Corey DePonio. I believe that's how you pronounce their last name. And they are also forwards as well. So we're definitely going to be seeing them a lot on the ice tonight, possibly even lined up against each other. That's definitely going to be interesting. I do wonder if they're twins. or just possibly brothers. But that's still great to see. You always love to see siblings in the game of sports. Just recently, the Colorado Buffaloes football team, their season did come to an end back in December. No. Yes, back in December. Recently, none of us called that, but we did have some Skull Buffs member there at the Alamo Bowl, where they lost to the BYU Cougars, unfortunately. An unfortunate way to lose the season, but Shador and Shiloh, under their father, Deion Sanders, as well as Travis Hunter, recent Heisman winner, I might add. He looks like he's going to be a top prospect in this year's draft, Ben.
I mean, yeah, switching it up from hockey real quick, but I could see him going. I mean, right now I think it's Titans with the first pick.
That's correct.
And, I mean, obviously they could use a quarterback. So I don't know if I'll see him off the – I don't know if we'll see Travis first. Hopefully some Shador. But people have also been saying Cam Ward from Miami. Obviously also in that Heisman race with Travis. And, I mean, Travis going top 3 probably at most. Going Titans.
Patriots, I believe.
Patriots and Browns. And, I mean, Patriots just drafted Drake May last year, I believe. I mean, I feel like Travis could fit in perfectly in New England. New coach, Mike Vrabel, former Patriot now there.
True. Did you know he went 10 for 10 on touchdown catches? He had 10 catches for his entire season there, and they were all touchdowns. That's another fun fact of the day for you, Ben.
Wow.
I know it's
we're throwing around all the fun facts.
I know this isn't hockey related, but
come to Sko Buffs to learn fun facts about all sports. I mean,
yeah, I know we're at a hockey game, but I'm looking forward to this upcoming draft. It's gonna be in April, right? It's in Green Bay.
April in Green Bay. That is right.
I'm excited to see what happens there. But I can't believe you said the Titans need a quarterback. You don't have faith in Will Levis?
I do not have faith in Will Levis or
Mayotivations?
No
Mayotivations
I forgot who
whatsoever?
their backup was.
Mason Rudolph?
Yeah, Mason Rudolph. If he sees Myles Garrett again, that may go bad. He got a helmet to the head. His own helmet, I should add. But no, I believe that Cam Ward or Shador will be going to the Titans or the Browns. I feel like those two teams.
Deshaun Watson did just re-tear his Achilles, I believe.
Deshaun Watson is washed, as some may say. I mean, obviously, if we're looking at the playoffs right now, talking about football, we got 2 great games tomorrow between Texans and Chiefs, and the NFC game is Eagles.
I think it's Eagles-Rams.
Eagles-Rams tomorrow. Obviously, all teams played great last week besides the Chiefs. And we are getting ready for senior night, so I will cut off my playoff talk.
Here come the seniors. They're going to be announcing their names, their numbers, and what they mean to the Colorado D2 club. More and more fans are showing up, and we're excited to see them out on this rink. Seems like they're discussing a little bit, so we'll fill some extra time. Me and Ben talking here. Who do you think is going to be the crucial? Obviously, the crucial players are going to be the seniors tonight in one of their last games. 2, 4, 6, 10, 13, and 92.
I mean, yeah, think about that. Honestly, I'm thinking this is going to be a very defensive game for the Buffs. So I'm actually going to say number 2, Luke Dow, a defenseman for your Buffaloes. And I expect him to play a massive role in this game. And, JR, don't say it. Luke Dow, I could see him playing a good-sized role in keeping the Spartans at bay, at least limiting their offense today. What are your thoughts? Who do you think will make the biggest impact for your Buffs today?
I think, large roster here. I think Connor Smithberger. I don't know. I'm putting his name out there. I can see a possibility of him carrying a squad today. I think he's gonna get a few points on the board. They might be assists, but points are points. Speaking of points, What is our score predictions for tonight's game?
Ooh, score predictions. I mean, obviously, little biased here. By little, I mean a lot. And obviously, you're going with the Buffs here. And I'm going to actually I'm going to say high scoring. I'm going to say 4-3 in favor of the Buffs. Goal, within the last minute of the third period here. Either that or we're going into extras. I would love to go to overtime again. Can't be saying extra time. That's on me. Sorry, everybody. If we get overtime, who doesn't love some free hockey? And
Right. Well,
I mean,
Marston
say
Kevin
4-3.
did cut us off from some more free hockey, but it was an incredible goal last time.
I mean, beating CSU is always the highlight of my day. I mean,
Oh yeah, don't you know somebody that goes there?
I do know somebody that goes to CSU, but we on the year we are winning basically every sport, which is what I like to see, and the Buffs have looked dominant this year. And so, JR, I said 4-3. What are your thoughts on the game?
4-3. I think that's a good score prediction. I did see earlier that this D2 team did beat the University of Nebraska, their D2 club, 18-0. Yes, folks, you heard that right, 18-0. The Cornhuskers did not stand a chance, but tonight, I think it's going to be. I think we're going to see 5-2. Colorado Buffaloes are going to win it on senior night. I do think Michigan's going to take an early goal. Maybe not an early goal. They're going to be the first ones on the board. Colorado's going to bounce back 2-1. Michigan's going to tie it up, and then Colorado's going to go up 3-2, 4-2, and then in the last period, Colorado's just going to get an open net goal. Maybe not an open net goal, but more of an easier goal than the other ones that they'll score on tonight's game. We're still slowly waiting for the seniors to come out. I think they're making sure that nobody falls on the ice because it hurts.
I mean,
If you don't know how to skate and you fall, that hurts. I'm not going to lie. I've been skating here once, and I fell 2 times, and I have not been back. I need to come back, but, I like to delay things. Ben can confirm this.
yeah, I've been asking him to go skating with me for the last week, even during not during winter break, but before winter break. I asked him, and he said no.
Last 2 months, honestly.
So we need to get him back on the ice. He can't be calling hockey if he can't skate. That's what I'm going to say. I know I can't skate
I'm
very
definitely
well,
not giving
but I
Ben
haven't fallen.
a side eye right now. I'm definitely not giving Ben a big side eye right now.
But to bring it back to a little hockey, I mean, skating is hockey, but you get the gist. Michigan State is actually coming in with 2 large wins in their last 2 games against the University of Davenport, I believe, in Michigan, 9-2 and 9-1.
Wow.
So they are coming off of some big wins. They got some rest over the break, and I'm expecting to see both teams come out shooting. Let's just say they're going to come out firing. A lot of offense I could see.
I think we're going to see a lot of offense from both sides of the puck tonight. With the seniors, obviously they want to win tonight's game, so it's going to give them a lot of motivation, a lot of drive, a lot of grit to put their skates and their sticks on the ice. They definitely want to score, put on a good impression in front of their fans tonight, especially in front of their parents. Like we said, it's such an emotional night for everybody. We're excited here. I think offense is going to be the key part, but if you want to do a good job stopping offense, you need to play defense. Defense, some say defense wins championships, Ben. Would you agree? I know for a fact you would agree. Ben here is a Seattle Seahawks fan, and I'm a Denver Broncos fan, and Super Bowl 48, one of the highest scoring offenses in the league that we've seen in recent years. Well, this was 12 years ago. Only scored 8 points in the Super Bowl, while Ben's team scored 43. defeating the Denver Broncos, which was very, very unfortunate on my side, but we did go ahead and win it in Super Bowl 50. Sorry for my spiel there. Seniors are slowly coming out tonight with their parents. We're going to quiet down here so you guys can hear what it sounds like in the CU Rec Center.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Senior Night. First off, we got number 92, Hayden People. Joining on ice is mom Kelly, his dad Caleb, his stepmom Amanda, his sisters Bayla and Haley, and his brother Frankie. Aiden's majoring in real estate, and his post-grad plan is grad school for construction management. Up next, we have number 13, Noel Siddiqui. Joining him on the ice is his mom, Sarah, his dad, Wayne, and his girlfriend, Anna. He's majoring in geology, and his post-grad plan is to work as a geological technician before pursuing a career in hydrology. Up next, we have number 10, Tate Doris. Joining Tate on the ice is his mom, Jody, his dad, Eric, his brother, Quinn, his aunt, Judy, and his girlfriend, Haley. Tate is majoring in sociology, and his post-grad plan is to find a job in the Denver area. Tate also has a family notes for every day about a corner. Up next is number 6, Diego Pitones. Diego is joined by his mom, Andrea, his dad, Fidel, and his girlfriend, Ryder. Diego is majoring in integrated physiology, and his post-grad plan is that he plans to be a physical therapy assistant before attending PT school. Up next is number 4, Thomas Knapp. Joining him on the ice is his mom, Sarah, and his dad, Lindsay. His major is in engineering physics, and his post-grad plan is graduate school or work as an electrical or software engineer. And last, we have number 2, Luke Dow. Joining Luke on the ice is his mom, Lisa, and his dad, Oliver. His major is business with an emphasis in finance and real estate, and his post-grad plan is to spend the summer working as a server in Nantucket while applying for full-time sales positions. Luke wants to thank his teammates and coaches for making this season so much fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We hope you enjoyed hearing about the seniors for tonight's game. Number 2, number 4, number 6, number 10, number 13, and number 92 are going to be the numbers to pay attention to. Diego Patones, Noel Sanicki, Noel Sanicki, Luke Dow, Thomas Knapp, Tate Doris, and Aiden Hebel. We do have their last names on their jerseys, so that way we're going to be able to call their last names rather than their numbers, but we might say a few numbers just because we're kind of getting used to commentating D2. Me and Ben are more familiar on the D1 side, but we're, of course, glad to be here. Both teams get their main skaters out on the ice. They're getting warmed up. They were practicing earlier, but now they're back. Obviously got to loosen up the legs, make sure that they're ready. Coaches on either team are here. You can see the Colorados on the right side and Michigan on the left side, their bench. Goalkeepers for tonight are going to be Caleb Allen and Ryan Griffin. Number 1 against number 31. They're going to be tonight's starting goalies. Keep an eye out for them, Ben. In our previous commentating, we've seen many shots on goals, but it all comes down to the goalkeeper if they're able to save it. One time what was it? Colorado versus the CSU Rams. Sorry, we're going to pause here.
Lefty, number 61, Ryan Goodfellow. Number 15, Aiden Wishrush. Number 23, Garrett Down. 7, number 11, Kyle Lucio.
Beautiful performance there for the national anthem. We're about to kick things off. Puck drop in very few moments here. Ben is going to be calling play-by-play tonight. We might switch, as we said earlier, but we're just going to get a feel. So sorry if we seem a little off, but We're here to have fun, and we hope you guys at home are ready for this amazing night of hockey. Grab some popcorn, grab some OJ, maybe. Grab yourself an Uncrustable, sit back, relax, and enjoy tonight's hockey.
Yeah, I mean, JR, you make a fair point. But what flavor of Uncrustable are we rocking today?
I gotta go with grape.
Grape? Okay.
What about you?
I'm gonna throw a shot here. I've never had an Uncrustable before.
Are you serious?
I am so serious. I'm getting stares from 2 people up next to me. I'm sorry. I blame it on my mom. My mom should be watching this right now. Mom, it's your fault. As we are moments as the Buffs get it first.
Colorado's winning that face-off.
Lose it fast, but Michigan State skating it up the ice. And
immediately out of the rink. Already a fight. Oh,
that is, for the Buffs, that is Knapp. And I cannot see that Spartan number yet, but that puck was directly into the Spartan bench.
It's going to be number 24. 24. I don't see it here. Or is it number 2 and number 4? Anyway, there's going to be a face-off near center ice. Whistle blown. Sorry, Ben, I'll let you take over here. We immediately saw offense from both sides there, so...
Yeah, I'm sorry to cut you off, JR. We did see offense from both sides as the Buffs do make a quick change. Puck is hit back by the Buffs. Dow hits it up, hit into the upper netting, and we are going to get another face-off to start the game.
More offense from both sides. Not even 20 seconds has ticked off here yet, but both teams are playing aggressive. That's what me and Ben had said earlier. We're going to be curious to see how each team is able to counteract each other's offense tonight.
And we have Lucia. We have Lucia and Hebel for the for both teams as the Rams get that face off. Goodfellow up to his forward 23 as Dow collects it for the Buffs, tries to clear it. The Spartans keep it in the offensive zone behind the net, and with a shot on net, and tries another one. Good save by 31 Caleb Allen for the Buffs, as we are going to get a line change for both teams for this face-off.
Michigan looking to stay aggressive there. 40 seconds, not even elapsed yet, but Michigan staying on this aggressive side with their offense. Colorado looking to counteract here. No offsides called. Very interesting.
As the Spartans are just a nice shot on net, just trying to clear it up. As the Buffs gain some control behind their net. Fighting for the puck in the right corner for us. It is Buffs defense collects that. Tries to hit it up the ice to...
Starting to see some more offense here from the Colorado side. Big hit on the wall.
But Patones just with a nice pass across the middle as this puck is behind the Spartans' goal. Passes up to his defense. Keeps it in the offensive zone for the Buffs as he gets to clear.
Just gets past his own teammate there, though.
Rams have this in their defensive zone.
Spartans,
sorry. I don't know why CSU's in my brain. But
big hit on the wall.
Hit there. As they are still fighting over this. It is near mid now. As the Spartans just with a little miss of a pass.
Colorado's playing some good defense here, forcing the Spartans to reset.
Into the offensive zone. Passes it to 13. Behind the Buffs net, tries to get the clear, still in the offensive zone for the Spartans. Just with a nice shot off the pillows of the of Caleb Allen as the Buffs get the clear out of their offensive zone.
That's some great defense there by Colorado. It forces the Spartans to reset, passes up front. But Colorado played some great defense there. Even though they had a few open shots there, Colorado was able to keep Michigan out of their own goal.
And Buffs have this one, just trying to regroup, coming up the ice of their defensive zone. Hard pass, just couldn't handle it for 14 of the Buffs. As he gets a free one across the middle, And shot.
He tried to take a shot there, Ben. But it was his backhand. I don't know if you saw that, but backhand shots are hard.
As this one does get cleared up the ice by the Spartan defense. As both teams try and make a few changes. And Buffs and Spartans are fighting over this one in the corner.
3 minutes so far in. Lots of offense from both sides. Gets a shot on goal, but he just misses left.
Spartans still in this offensive zone.
Big hit, eats it on the wall.
As Caleb Allen now tries to get that one. Luke Dow fighting for it in that right corner. And gets flipped into the Buffs offensive zone. As they're fighting for it over in the corner. Some big hits along the glass. As 71, it looks like. Getting it for the Buffs with a shot on net. Another shot on net. No, we have a delayed penalty. Will be tripping on the Spartans. We will get that number for you in a second.
Great call there, Ben. I didn't even notice that delayed penalty. We've seen key points of offense for both sides.
And it is going to be tripping on 61 of the Spartans. Ryan Goodfellow, sorry. Tried to make it all fancy. Buffs have the face-off in the offensive zone. Looks like Lefkus and
25.
And Nicholas Borchardt.
We're waiting for the we're waiting for the scoreboard to put the penalty minutes. Colorado is up a player. They look to play some more offense here. They both played great offense, also great defense, but the Spartans look to kill this penalty. Any clear would help them at this moment. Colorado playing aggressive.
Yeah, and the both teams kind of fighting over that face-off. Buffs are still fighting over in that our left corner as there's another. Buffs keep this one in the offensive zone, playing it near the back, trying to regroup.
Trying to make a key play here, and it goes out of the net.
We will get a face-off.
Ben, Colorado looks like they want to score here. They were trying to make something up at the top of the zone. They couldn't get anything going, so he took a slap shot from the back. Bounced off a player's stick is what it looked like, but they couldn't get anything there.
For this face-off, looks like both teams fighting it over again. Buffs had slight control. Spartans cleared it.
Playing
Borchardt for the Spartans getting just wristed up over there as Buffs get this one into the offensive zone, trying to keep this pressure on as they are still on the power play. Minute 10 remaining. Big hit.
Tangled up. No delayed penalty. Colorado looking to keep this in their zone. Lefkis shoots it back. Lots of big hits here tonight.
Yeah, another hit by the Spartans as Stone for the Buffs keep this one in the offensive zone. And
incredible glove save
into the glove of Ryan Griffin. Good save up to his left shoulder. Nice glove save.
Michigan's done a great job of killing this penalty. Only a minute and 10 have elapsed. Colorado still up a man with 50 seconds remaining, but Michigan has done a great job. They did have a clear, but we're about to see another face-off here in their zone. Colorado wins that face-off, looking to keep it away from offsides.
Yeah, and 14 asking for that puck again as he wrists one.
And that goes loose.
We thought it was caught for a second. Loses it as the Buffs are back with the puck. Keeps it in.
Great pass there to number 9. Just misses his teammate.
Buffs are making some good passes as they're at the top of the zone. Trying to regroup. Little loose.
Loose puck in front of the goal.
Good run there by 9. And Buffs still keep this one. 15 seconds remaining as they try and get this goal.
Looking to get something going. Loose puck in front of the net. Nobody can score.
5 seconds remain as they're at the top of the zone.
3 seconds remain.
3 seconds, and we are going to get a face-off.
That was great offense by Colorado. They wanted to look to start to pass to their teammates, which is always what you want to see, especially from the Colorado Avalanche. That's what they thrive in. Colorado looks to pass to their teammates, which they did a great job. Had a few missed shots, but Michigan playing pretty good defense, keeping them away. 3 seconds remain until they gain their player back.
As this one is won by the Buffs, pass back to their defensive zone. As Michigan State did kill the penalty And they have the puck right behind their goal, just regrouping after that power play. Buffs passing it in their defensive zone. Little scary there by 21 as he lost the puck on a bad first touch. Spartans trying to get a shot on, but nobody there to finish it up. As a puck is at mid right now. As
Loose puck looks to get a free shot. Almost there, but he runs in the goalie.
As the net does come off the pegs. As it looks like 13, Noel Sanicki.
That's going to be one of the seniors. No, that's number
3. Number 3.
No, that's going to be number 12, Simpson. Tanner Simpson.
Yeah,
he took
Tanner
a big
Simpson.
dive.
And both teams make some line changes as we are ready for another face-off here. Another tie-up as the Buffs do win this one. Gaining control as Lefkos tries to just throw this one up. Caught by the Spartan player as they are in the defensive zone, trying to play this one forward into the offensive zone for the Spartans as they look for a player. Pass across the middle, nobody there for the pass. Buffs getting it
great
forward
offense here, just lose the puck.
as they're trying to get into the offensive zone. No offsides called. And kind of looks like they're bunching up right now. This spacing is not looking too great. Spartans have this in their defensive zone, trying to push it forward. Nobody up there, though, as it is now still in the Spartan offensive zone. Make it line change for the Buffs. Full line change, that is.
That was definitely needed for the Buffs. We've seen those seniors out there for a while. Starting to get some action here.
Shot by Lucia, as that one goes wide right. Puck is at mid for the Spartans into the offensive zone. Off a Buff stick into the back netting. We will get another face-off.
Man, I don't know if you noticed that, but as we were watching that, we saw both teams have to continue to play offensive aggressiveness there. But the Spartans had multiple opportunities in front of the net, but they couldn't capitalize. Colorado playing defense. They had one shot there. Couldn't get anything going. Seems like the team chemistry hasn't fully adapted in tonight's game for them yet.
Yeah, it's the Buffs trying to get this one forward. Caught on the ref a little bit into the offensive zone. Back into mid as the Spartans try and skate it
Great
forward.
pass.
No offsides as it is 10 for the Spartans. Now to Borchat as this one is back into the Buffs offensive zone on a bad pass by the Spartans.
It's going to force them to reset.
And down low offensive there as puck is back at mid for the Spartans, pushing it forward. 10, that is. 1-on-3 off of the glove save. As Spartans do keep control. Buffs now get it, trying to get it out of their offensive zone. Big hit by 25 as it is a 2-on-2.
Looks for the
Missed
pass
pass
his
there.
teammate.
Good stick check there by 9. Tries to whip it in off the glove of
Another reset here.
Ryan Griffin.
Valco. Offensive aggressiveness by both sides on the puck here, Ben. Michigan had it for a while. Colorado's looking to play aggressive, but instead they're going to reset. Here they are.
It is a 4-on-4 looking forward right now. Actually, Buffs get 5 back, so puck is back into the offensive zone for the Buffs. As this one gets sent back to mid. Both teams looking very offensive here. As the Spartans back into the offensive zone, trying to find somebody in the middle, but no luck. As this one gets through, and we will get
A delayed penalty. Sorry. Icing
call.
There's going to be a fight on that back wall there. Then you mentioned both offensive
we have
sides.
13 for the Buffs and 27 for the Spartans. Carter Vela for the Spartans and Noel Sanicki. Actually, we are getting a delayed penalty, but it is for both teams, so we will still have an even.
It's going to be a 4-on-4 here, so we're going to expect to see some slower gameplay. Not gameplay. We're going to get to see some slower puck action here. That's mostly how it is in the major leagues. But as we've seen here in the CU Rec Center, we have seen Colorado and their opposing team both continue to play aggressive as if they aren't both down a player. Both players do have one in the penalty box.
And it is just 2-minute minors on those two players in the sin bin. But as the Buffs get this one, trying to clear out of the offensive zone for the Spartans. Just low shot forward. Spartans goalie gets it, passes it to his player. Spartans coming up the ice, still in their defensive zone. Good play there by Simpson as he just
hits the ground hard.
And we are going to get another
penalty.
Tripping, it looks like, on Goodfellow as he upends.
I think yes, that is going to be Goodfellow. He is going to the penalty box.
And that was on Alex.
Number 12. That's going to be Tanner Simpson. He hit the ground hard. Did you hear it? I saw it.
It was on 3.
No, it wasn't. It was 12.
As the Buffs win that faceoff, 4-on-3 for the Buffs as they are in the offensive zone trying to take advantage of this power play.
No offsides.
To the right of the goalie, hitting the backboards. At the top of the zone, 23 Stone tries to pass it back to Stone.
This is usually very tricky
by the Spartans. Is it going to be a 2-on-3 in favor of the Buffs? As it is going to be a lamplighter. But what a shot there.
Wow. Down 2 players.
That is Ian Chapsky, a forward for the Spartans. As they were down a player. Lights the lamp in the top. Goes bar down as the Spartans take a 1-0 lead. Buffs seem to be trying to debate this goal. We have Patones for the Buffs talking to 2 refs right now about this play. Buffs fans over to our right are not seeming happy as they are trying to get an explanation for this goal.
It looks like they are going to call it a goal. Ben, you remember my prediction earlier? I did say Michigan was going to score first, so I can see Colorado. They are still up 2 players, I believe, here.
And that is a win by the Buffs in their defensive zone now. Playing it behind the net, trying to skate it up. That is 14. Keeps it on side as he tries to look for his teammate. No passes there as he skates around. 6 Patones trying to get a shot. Goes off the back glass. And it will be a reset for the Buffs as there is 30 seconds and a little less than a minute on the rest of those penalties. As the Buffs still in the offensive zone. 98 Gennon tries to take a shot into the glove of
right between the pillows.
Ryan Griffin.
Actually, I believe he caught that with his glove. Baseball save there. Oh, they're playing the bell. You know what this reminds me of? Third down and the Undertaker. You're right.
Win by the Buffs as they play it at the top of the zone. Miss the puck by 14. 10 seconds left on the first penalty. Trying to make it a 5-on-4 for the Spartans. Right now we got a 4-on-3. Spartans just had a shorthanded goal as this one will be back. And it will be a 5-on-4. Buffs looking to take advantage still as 9 is skating behind the net. Trying to go around. Little miss of a pass. 14 top of the zone. Passes it to Stone. Looking for his teammate in the middle. 98.
Another great
save there by Ryan Griffin. Dives for the catch. What a play there. And it will be 5 seconds left on Goodfellow's tripping penalty. About to be a 5-on-5. We are 1-0 here with 8:25 remaining in the first period. after a Michigan State shorthanded goal.
Man, I think Colorado's, even though they have 5 seconds, they're going to look to play aggressive on offense here. They are down, but they are going to try and use this 5 seconds of opportunity. They do not get anything, unfortunately, though. Can't find the puck. This just in. Michigan has swapped their goalie. It's going to be Connor Benoit instead of Ryan Griffin. He's made great saves. Great notice there by Ben.
As the Buffs skate this one into the offensive zone, passes it to 71, Levkus, fighting for the puck down in that left corner. As the Spartans try and reset up to Goodfellow. Good play there by Dow to knock it down, and we are going to get an
offsides.
An offsides. Good call there by JR. As we are going to get another face-off.
Ben, when I first started watching hockey, I had no idea what was happening, especially the offsides call. But now, it's really easy to spot. Colorado looks like they won that face-off.
Buffs playing this one, trying to get up the ice. At the middle right now. Oh, one on maybe zero.
Loose puck.
One on the goal, as this one is still in the offensive zone for the Spartans. As this one goes wide to the goalie's left. As the Spartans still retain.
That's all.
Still retain, as the Buffs are going to try and reset out of the back. As this one is read by 24 of the Spartans. Place this one up just barely over the bar. As the Spartans are playing real aggressive right now. The Buffs trying to get this one in an offensive zone. As it is going to be into the offensive zone of the Buffs. Spartans regroup behind the net. As 13 tries to skate it up.
Big
and we're going
hit.
to see a collision by Sinicki and Lucia. As puck is still around mid, trying to be handled. Oh, 98 just goes wide to the right.
Just high.
As the Buffs still actually made that. The Spartans are skating up. We got a 3-on-2. As 13 just barely misses the puck on a pass. Tries to get it through to 15. Tries to send it through. Still in the offensive zone for the Spartans. As this one gets through. 15 with the slapper off of the pillows of Caleb Allen. Right in the middle. Just cannot put a good stick on it.
Colorado has kept their goalie
20
in as
of
well.
the Spartans.
Colorado has kept their goalie in while Michigan has swapped out theirs. I wonder if we're going to see another swapping of the goalie. On the Colorado bench side, they do have their goalie ready, but that could just be just in case. Going to get another line change here. Back to Ben.
Yeah, and the Spartans regrouping as the Buffs try and not get an offsides here. Barely keeping it without an offsides. Spartans trying to regroup. Little contact in the backside as the Buffs are still in the offensive zone. Behind the net of the Spartans. Across the ice. Still in this offensive zone. As the Spartans do clear it to Luke Dow as he just plays this one forward. Going to be a good pass, actually, as it gets behind the net. Luke Dow tries to pass it to the middle. No Buffs there to get it for him. 3-on-2 as the Spartans have this puck behind the Buffs net.
4 minutes and 30 seconds remain in this first period. Michigan still up 1-0. Both teams are playing dominant defense as well as they're trying to get some offense going, but we haven't seen much from either side. A few shots on goal on the Michigan side and a few on the Colorado side, but nothing going yet. Colorado looking to capitalize. It is their senior night, as we said earlier.
As Stone plays this one up in the offensive zone for the Buffs, trying to get this one up to Levkus. Trying to get this one through. We are looking at 22 trying to get this one through as the Spartans clear it into the Buffs defensive zone.
Looks like there's going to be an icing called.
That was a good call, JR. We are going to get icing face-off in the offensive zone for the Buffs.
Yes, indeed. It is going to be an icing call. There is going to be a face-off, like Ben said. Colorado looks to play aggressive here. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left in this period. Colorado looks to win the face-off. Indeed, they do. Look to get an early shot. They need to start playing more as a team rather than get greedy with their shots, Ben.
Yeah, that's a good call there. As this shot passed by Levkus goes straight to Benoit, as he easily handles that one. Will be another face-off.
You can tell that Colorado wants to get on the board, but obviously you are going to take greedy shots when you are down, which is definitely the part of sports. But I think if Colorado wants to stay in this game, they need to work as a team. They're going to lose that face-off, though.
Almost an offsides by the Buffs, barely not. Buffs do handle this one in their defensive zone. Spartans try and send it back through as a lot of weird hitting, playing some baseball out here. Oh, catch there.
Did you see that catch there?
Catch there.
What a call with the baseball reference.
Pair him up with Juju for next year. Put him on the field.
Ben, you mentioned no offsides call there. There was a close call early on the Michigan side. They could have seen it and said, since we didn't call this one, we're not going to call it on the Colorado side. But there have been a few calls that fans haven't agreed with. Definitely that one there. We're going to get a face-off this time in the Colorado zone.
Face-off, tie-up, won by the Spartans. Quick shot there by Chapsky. Does have the goal for the Spartans in this game. Skated up by 14. It is a 2-on-2. Quick shot just wide to the right. Tries to play it back in. Look, Buffs do have this in the offensive zone. As try to retain possession. 21 up to 14. Plays it in the middle. Tries to go around. As this one top of the zone for 98. Shoots it wide right. 8 trying to keep this one.
Colorado keeping it alive. They're looking to start passing it as a team. As I said earlier, that's exactly what you need if you want to score. Teamwork makes the dream work, you know.
And the Spartans have this one in their defensive zone, trying to skate it up. Buffs do gain control as Luke Dow just shoots that one in. Spartans are going to regroup. Don't clear it though. Buffs have this one. And shot there by Luke Dow, I believe, as 23. It is going to be a 2-on-2 though, as he passes this one right to the right.
2 minutes remain in this period, Ben.
Spartans have this one in their... Oh, Buffs actually gain it in their defensive zone. Tries to pass it up to Patonis. Up to
intercepted.
Number 9. Shot off the left leg, right leg of Benoit.
Definitely an interesting shot there, Ben. Even though he didn't have any teammates there, he did take a greedy shot. He might have been able to wait for his teammates. Possibly been able to capitalize on a goal there because there was a loose puck in front of their goal. We're starting to see lots of offense from both sides. Actually, we're seeing some offense from both sides, but also mainly defense from the Colorado side. That's going to be another shot on goal. Glove save there. Ben, Colorado had multiple chances to capitalize, but it seemed like they were playing more passive here. It seems like they don't want to give up a goal. I understand you're a minute 13 left, but if people have been watching the Broncos play, they've sold a few games because Sean Payton took his foot off the gas. I think that Colorado needs to stay aggressive if they want to score their first goal of the night.
I do agree, and we can get to that in a second as the Spartans trying to play this one through into their offensive zone. 2 players in front of us trip on each other for the Spartans as this one trying to keep it in their offensive zone.
And they do.
Just passes it through. The Spartans have this one in our right corner. They're fighting over it.
Less than a minute remains, 45 seconds in this period.
And
Michigan does lead.
Off the stick, and will be another face-off off the high netting behind left to the goal.
And like I said, Colorado's continuing to play defense here. Yet, even though there are 30 seconds, I do understand the play to play defense, but I think they're working as a team, but a few of them definitely do want to get their first goal. But they do have 2 more periods of 20 minutes to play hockey left.
Yeah, and we're down to 30 seconds as the Spartans
no offside.
Somehow keep it in the offensive zone, and we are going to get another face-off as that one goes off the ceiling and
it's good.
Event center.
We have 23.8 seconds left in this half. Sorry, in this quarter period. Wow. Getting a lot of my sports terms mixed up here. Colorado's just looking to play defense, hopefully not allowing Michigan to score anymore in this period.
And the Spartans do win this one. They're in the offensive zone, playing it to 5 here, Mitchell. Mitchell trying to skate it up with a quick shot off the goalie to the right. Spartans do keep it, but Buffs are now trying to skate it up. We got 8 seconds remaining in this period. 5, 4, 3,
Looks like we're going to get an end to the period.
1.
Michigan currently up 1-0. Ben, what are your final thoughts of this first period of play?
I mean, I think Michigan definitely seemed like lowly coaches always say this, they wanted it more. I mean, Buffs started off a little hot. I mean, like seemed aggressive, but they slowed down right away. And the Spartans just kept pressuring. Ended up getting a short-handed goal on a 4v3 by Ian Chapsky. And, I mean, that kind of just showed how both teams played. The fact that the Spartans were able to get that goal showed, I mean, they really wanted it that period. And, I mean, hopefully the Buffs can make some changes in the locker room and come out more aggressive and wanting it more.
Yes, I definitely would agree, Ben. I think in the way for Colorado to take control of the second and third period, they're going to need to work more as a team. You could tell that they were being very aggressive with their puck, but they weren't working collaboratively, which is one of the main key points of hockey here tonight. Michigan, you could see that early on, especially when they had that 3-on-4.
Viewership numbers up, eh?
Especially when they had that 3-on-4, yet even though they were down, they were able to work together, pass it around their opposing zone, and able to get the puck in the net. Fans are leaving, as well as we're about to go on break for 15 minutes. We hope to see you there in this next period. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to the first live show of 2025. I'm Balin Weisup.
And I'm Logan Benson.
We have a lot to cover, so buckle up and get ready for the ride.
Over the break, the Colorado Buffaloes made history with their second ever Heisman Trophy going to two-way superstar Travis Hunter. Hunter joined Boise State's Ashton Genie, Miami's Cam Ward, and Oregon's Dylan Gabriel in New York for the ceremony on December 12th, where it was revealed that Hunter beat out Jenny in the closest race of the decade. The junior became CU's first Heisman Trophy winner since the late Rashaan Salam in 1994. Hunter's game-breaking ability on both sides of the ball turned heads nationwide, transcending the sports en route to the sport's highest individual honor.
Unprecedented production at both wide receiver and cornerback was the reason for Travis Hunter's Heisman Trophy honor, and a number of other accolades were given to the phenom for different aspects of his play. Hunter became Colorado's first ever Bulletnik Off Award, given to the nation's most outstanding wide receiver. The junior won the Chuck Budnick Award and a Lot Impact Trophy for his stellar play on the defensive end. Among Player of the Year honors, in addition to the Heisman, Hunter took home the Walter Camp Award and AP National Player of the Year, as well as a second straight Paul Hornung Award for his versatility. Travis's overflowing trophy case added to the legacy, perhaps the greatest individual season in the history of Colorado football.
The Buffs went to their first bowl game since 2020 in hopes of winning their first bowl game since 2004. Instead, they laid an egg in the Alamo Bowl against the BYU Cougars, losing 36-14. Travis Hunter was the only Buff who had a notable day, tallying another 100-yard day and a touchdown to end his tenure with the black and gold. Shedeur Sanders ended his season throwing for 2 touchdowns and 2 picks, along with taking 4 sacks. The Cougars flustered CU's offensive approach and ran the ball at will in an ugly end to Hunter Sanders and many others this time in Boulder. The Buffs managed to force several turnovers, but could not get off the ground to keep pace, finishing the season with a record of 9 wins and 4 losses.
With the NFL draft quickly approaching in April, Colorado houses much potential even beyond the big names. With headliners Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter expected to go early in the first round, CU fans' expectations are high and predictions have run rampant in the new year. Sanders is expected to be the first quarterback drafted, and with the Las Vegas Raiders securing the 2nd pick in this year's draft, he would be a great asset for the struggling team. After adding Heisman winner to his impressive resume, Hunter looks to continue his versatility on both sides of the ball at the professional level, and has expressed confidence in being the first selection in the 2025 draft. Stellar defender B.J. Green may also be a sleeper pick, a leader for the Colorado defensive unit. Green never missed a game in his collegiate career during his time at Arizona State or in Boulder. Clemson transfer linebacker Levante Bentley also recently declared for the draft and looks to bring his talents to the next level.
The winter window for the transfer portal has closed, but not before Coach Prime was able to attract a plethora of athletes from across the country. Coach Prime was able to bring in 17 total athletes to create a transfer portal class that ranks in the top 25 in the nation, according to most leading sources. Notable newcomers on offense are Caden Salter, a quarterback from Liberty, who's had a lot of success in the Conference USA, and 4-star wide receiver Joseph Williams, who had a solid start to his career as a freshman at Tulsa. 2 high school 4-stars have been added to the defense as well. Cornerback Makarai Vickers left Oklahoma from Colorado, and defensive lineman Jaheim Otis came from CU from Alabama. Many positions were also addressed, though, through the portal, including the O-line. 4 O-linemen have been taken from the portal. All of them come with starting experience. Of course, the portal does work both ways, and several athletes decided to leave CU, most notably linebacker Nikhil Hill-Green and Dayton Hayes.
Well, the Buffs have wrapped up most of their offseason roster construction and are on the hunt for a few new position coaches. Rumors have swirled in the recent days connecting Deion Sanders to NFL head coaching jobs. Reportedly, the Dallas Cowboys have been in contact with Sanders with hopes of naming the former player and Super Bowl champion their next head coach. Many have been quick to point on outgoing contract negotiations between Coach Prime and Colorado's athletic department, so it appears that news of either re-upping in Boulder or suddenly heading to the next level is imminent.
A Buffs legend was immortalized over the break as former cornerback Deion Figures was enshrined into the College Football Hall of Fame. The 10th Buff to be enshrined, Figures was a Thorpe Award winner and shutdown corner on the 1990 National Championship team. During his 4 years at CU, Figures recorded 12 interceptions and even returned punts for the Buffaloes.
With the NFL divisional round starting tomorrow, let's take a look at the former Buffs in the playoffs. Akello Witherspoon played for the Buffs for 3 years before getting drafted to the San Francisco 49ers as a 66th pick overall in the 2017 draft. He is currently starting at cornerback for the Los Angeles Rams and recorded 3 tackles and a crucial sack in their wildcard win over the Vikings. Another former Buff in the playoffs is defensive tackle Josh Tupou, who is currently on the Ravens practice squad. Tupou has occurred in 3 games for Baltimore this season, contributing 3 total tackles and 1 sack. We wish our former Buffs the best as they try and help their squads win a Super Bowl.
Colorado football lost its most important last week, Bill McCartney. McCartney revived the program after becoming the head coach in 1982. He had a record of 93, 55, and 2 as the head coach from 1982 through 94. He won a national championship, 3 Big 12 championships, and 7 Coach of the Year awards from various outlets. On top of that, he is known for igniting the Colorado versus Nebraska rivalry, which is just as intense today as it was back then. The Scoba Sports family sends their thoughts to the McCartney family as we celebrate the life of a Colorado legend.
Who wants to do basketball? Who wants to do football? Who wants to do soccer? Who wants to do volleyball?
That's so sick. Did Christian just say
Videography. Anyone want to do that?
Our December 6th break, the Colorado men's basketball team wrapped up conference play. The Buffs finished going at 3-0, defeating Colorado State 72-55, South Dakota State 81-71, and Bellarmine 79-55. Standout performances include sophomore forward Hassan Diop recording a career-high 15 points against Bellarmine. Senior guard Julian Hammond averaged 13.7 points and 2.8 rebounds per game. This was Colorado's last victory as they are 0-5 in Big 12 play.
Hey, my name is Oliver Hayes, and I have to give you the unfortunate rundown of the Buffs' 0-5 start to conference play. Turnovers, physicality, and rebounding have been the main issues for them, leading them to be the only team in the 16-team Big 12 conference without a conference win. Head coach Tad Boyle has even called his team the most poorest coached team in America due to the continuous issues. But having played two ranked teams so far, the Buffs have stayed close in 4 of the 5 games. So let's take a look at how these 5 losses came to be. The Buffs started conference play with a Big 12 opener against number 3 Iowa State. They saw them in Maui and lost by 28, but in Boulder they played them much closer, and it was thanks to a better offensive showing, good defense. Julian Hammond had 21 points, and this was the first 3 of 4 on the night. He played great, but turnovers, as they were a big issue in Maui, showed up again. The Buffs had 19 in this game, leading to a ton of fast break points for the Cyclones. While the Cyclones weren't able to hit the 3-pointers they were able to hit in Maui, they were able to pound the ball inside and they were able to clean up the offensive glass. The Buffs were able to stick around. Here was Trevor Baskin, who had a big and one to get the CU Event Center on their feet, but down the stretch, the offense stalled. This defense couldn't get stops, and the Cyclones were able to find just enough opportunities to win this game 79-69 in Boulder. The Buffs will face them for a 3rd time this season in Ames, Iowa, later down the road. But it will be a tough one for them because the Cyclones, they have a heck of an arena out there. Heading to Arizona State, however, the Buffs, this was their only game of the 5 losses that was a blowout. They lost this one by 20. It was thanks to the Sun Devils' hot 3-point shooting as they hit 13 threes on the night. The Buffs also shot sub 35% from the field, and with their slow offensive start, the Sun Devils had all the momentum. They were able to push the ball and get the ball inside. Here was Jane Quaintance with a layup. Julian Hammond was held scoreless in this one as the Buffs were able to not really get any offense, but Trevor Baskin shined as he had 23 points, 10 boards, and 4 steals in this one. It was his best performance of the year. Still, the inside was too much to handle for the Buffs as the Sun Devils won this one 81-61. So it was a tough one for the Buffs, but they headed to Orlando, to play the Central Florida Knights. Julian Hammond bounced back with a career-high 26 points, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. There was a floater and a 3-pointer right there. This game was a close one, and turnovers once again showed up for the Buffs, and the fast-paced Knights pushed the pace. Here was a big 3 for them. But in this close one, Julian Hammond stepped up with the aforementioned 26 points. Here was a big 3. Bingo! He hit that one to put the Buffs up 1. And even though the Buffs, played them close and trailed at one point, he tried to go for it again, but airballed. It looked like the Knights were going to get this one, having the ball with 4 seconds left, but Keyshawn Hall was not able to get the timeout, leading to a 5-second violation. Obviously, head coach Johnny Hawkins was pissed. He did not understand what happened. But as you can see in the replay, Hall was signaling to the bench rather than the referee, leading to the miscommunication. With 4 seconds, the Buffs had a chance. They went to Elijah Malone, backdoor, and he was swatted at the rim, leading to their 3rd straight loss to begin conference play. So, heading back to Boulder, playing number 20 in West Virginia, they looked to bounce back. Here was Javon Ruffin with a 3, but the offense kind of struggled. The big story was Javon Small for West Virginia. He abused the pick and roll in the first half, but when Elijah Malone went out with an injury, he got going offensively, hitting 3 big threes to begin the half. There were 2 step backs right there. But the defense kind of stepped up with Malone not in the game, and here was a big Baskin tip slam that got the CU Event Center on their feet. It's something that he's been able to do all year. But down the stretch, the Buffs were not able to do what they were not able to come with stops their offense as they had in the, similar to the first few games, leading to a 78-70 loss to West Virginia. Now in their most recent game against Cincinnati Bearcats, who were the only other team without a conference win heading into this game, the Buffs were not able to get the job done. Cincy was able to build their lead on 15 turnovers, but Bangor Dak without Elijah Malone played 30 minutes, and here he reached up to the heavens for a big alley-oop slam from Trevor Baskin. Here you can get a second look at this one. The CU Event Center was loving it. Bangor Dak went for a career-high 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 blocks, 6 of which came in the first half. But Cincinnati was not afraid to get their own alley-oop themselves. But in this close game, the Buffs were able to play some solid defense. They were clawed back with a 21-6 run, and Trevor Baskin throws it up to Bangor Dak again for another alley-oop slam. The CU Event Center was loving it. Like I said, they're on their feet all night. Social media was buzzing. But the big play was right here as Trevor Baskin scored a layup to get the lead for the Buffs. But once again, the Buffs defense collapsed, and they did not get a single stop in the final 4.5 minutes of this game. The Buffs lost this one 68-62 and fell to be the only team in the Big 12 without a conference win. Now the Buffs look ahead to tomorrow, where they head to Stillwater to play Oklahoma State, though a team that has only one conference win in Big 12 play so far. That game tips off at 1 p.m. The Buffs are expected to have R.J. Smith back. He left in the West Virginia game at the half and didn't play against Cincy, but he's expected to be back. Like I said, Elijah Malone, his status is up in the air. Either way, the Buffs have played opponents close, as I've mentioned. In 4 of those 5 games, the Buffs either led or trailed by just a possession in the final 5 minutes. They just haven't been able to get it done. So they'll look to try and void off those issues that have been keeping them down all year, and look to finally be able to close out a game, or maybe even start fast and not even give the other team a chance to come back or close out a game. But it'll be a tough one in Oklahoma State tomorrow for the Buffs, but they'll be looking to get it done. My name is Oliver Hayes, and I'll send it back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Oliver. In honor of horrible beginnings, what was the worst start to conference play in Tad Boyle's 15-year tenure here at Colorado? Stay tuned to find out later in the show.
The men's basketball team looks to turn around their season as they travel to Oklahoma State on Saturday. Tip-off is at 1 p.m. in search of their first conference win. Following their road trip, they return to the CU Event Center this Tuesday to face off against the BYU Cougars. Both are winnable games as the Buffs look to snap their 5-game losing streak.
Women's hoop finished out their non-conference play with a 78-61 win over the Denver Pioneers. The Buffs dominated the glass, being plus 20 in the rebound battle. The Buffs also had 4 players in double figures, with Lior Garzon and Ayanna Johnson leading the charge with 14 points. The Buffs were without their 2 point guards and still tallied 19 assists on the day.
What's up? I'm Harrison Simeon, and after you saw the men's basketball team's Big 12 slate recapped, I'm here to recap the women's. We start as they took on West Virginia at home. West Virginia, a ranked side, very formidable, and it was the veteran play of the Buffaloes that carried them to a huge statement win on home soil. Jade Masagayo had a huge game with 18 points, and she helped the Buffs take down the Mountaineers. Then the Buffs took to the road to take on Baylor, and it was an old friend, Aaronette Von Lay, that helped the Bears take down CU. It's been pretty much a struggle for the Buffs to have any sort of competitive games on the road this Big 12 play. As you see here against TCU, Haley Van Lith helped the Horned Frogs take down the Buffaloes in Colorado's second straight loss that put them at 1-2 in their
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Puck drop. We're ready for some more hockey. Ben is going to continue our play-by-play here on the ice.
Yeah, I mean, JR, first of all, welcome everyone back to the stream. Welcome to the CU Rec Center here for a D2 matchup of the CU Buffs versus the Michigan State Spartans. We are seconds away from puck drop in the second period.
We hope you've restocked on your Uncrustables, your OJ, and your popcorn. I'll let you take it away here, Ben.
I mean, Gerald, you're so right. This is absolute cinema, some may say. And, Michigan State currently holds a 1-0 lead off of a shorthanded goal by Ian Chapsky. The Spartans looked way more offensive in that first period. expecting to see the Buffs make a comeback. JR, what do you think the Buffs need to do to tie this game or take a lead?
I think they're going to need to work more as a team. I was saying it at the end of the first, but I think they're going to need to work more as a team here. They started to take many greedy shots, couldn't get anything going. Michigan, I think what they need to do is continue to just play how they played. Colorado's been making mistakes, so I think that's their way of capitalizing, so they just need to keep going.
As the Buffs have this one in the Spartan zone to start this one off. Fighting for it on that left side as the Spartans hit it behind the net, trying to clear their zone. 15 dangling, trying to weave it in. Hits this one into the CU zone as it will be a face-off. Trapped under the paws of
31 there. That's going to be Caleb Allen. They're continuing to keep Caleb Allen in this game. Only 30 seconds have elapsed, but we're seeing more and more offense from the Michigan side, which is how we saw the beginning of the first period.
In the Buffs, big hit there by Goodfellow as the Spartans are trying to clear this one out of their zone. Buffs trying to push this one through. We're at half right now. 98 trying to push it through for the Buffs. Big miss there by 14 of the Buffs. Right across the middle, he's just off his stick. Miss there as this one gets cleared from the Michigan zone. 2-on-1 here as Spartans have this one. To the middle, nobody there. Glenn trying to push this one through. Michigan zone, shot right into the mitts of Benoit.
Ben, and
the ref takes a tumble. Hopefully he's okay. We're getting a few little chuckles from the other zebras as took a little tumble. It's some ice. It's slippery.
And Colorado looked great on offense there for a little bit. They were starting to work as a team, but they just lost control of the puck. That's what you want to see from them tonight. Michigan continuing to play aggressive on defense.
Yeah, as the Spartans have this one deep in their zone, trying to push it forward. Two Buffs pressuring along our right side. No movement as this one finally squeaks free. Up to Knapp, top of the zone. Quick shot to the left. Haven't seen shooting this bad since I went to my uncle's beer league game. Spartans up to the Buffs zone as Levkus tries to clear this one. Up to 22 of the Buffs into the Michigan zone will be an icing.
Colorado had an opportunity for a shot there, but couldn't capitalize. Looked like more of a greedy shot there. Not what you want to see from the team, but they are starting to get more in a rhythm of this teamwork here. But there is going to be a face-off in the opposing zone.
And this face-off won by the Spartans in the Buff zone. 27, Vela pushes it forward to 18 behind the goal. Buffs trying, hit it clear. Still fighting for it. DePonio trying to hit it forward into the Michigan zone. Will be another icing call. Another face-off deep in the Buffs zone. Jared, what do you think the Buffs need to do to either, one, limit the icing and get the puck out of their zone, but get back on the offensive?
Like I said, teamwork's the key here, but Michigan is going to continue to playing their normal offensive strategy. I think the Buffs just need to work on their defense more. Obviously, you want to play aggressive on offense in this game, but defense is another key point, which I think is what Colorado's going to be their main focus to stop these icing calls, Ben.
And yeah, catch there by Vela as the Spartans trying to push this one up. As the Buffs clear this one into the Spartan zone. Send this one forward at mid. No offsides. Back deep behind the Buffs goal. And right now we're seeing a lot of not control for the Buffs as they try and push this one forward. Michigan gains it at the half point. Got by Hebel, one of our seniors today. Shot there by 13, just wide left. Michigan trying to take advantage, pushing it up. Is going to be 24 Campbell, but cannot get there. as Buffs clear it. Michigan gets it right back in the Buff zone. As we have 3 Buck trying to get free. Got a little tangled up with 14 as this one is behind the Spartans goal. Pushing up by the Spartans up to mid to 24 Campbell. 2 players take a tumble on our far side as this puck is now cleared into the Michigan zone. Will be a 3rd icing in the last 2-3 minutes for the Buffs.
Ben, you can tell that Colorado's feeling a little rushed here. They're not playing their best defense. They have been able to keep it away from their goalie, but Michigan has been able to capitalize on their offense. Colorado definitely feels the heat of the Michigan's offense having the most momentum in this game as 4 minutes have elapsed in the second period.
Yeah, as this one is cleared by Dow into the Michigan zone. Safe from icing. Buffs feel relief from that as this period has been only icing. Michigan has this deep in their zone, trying to push it forward into the Buff zone. Buffs have control. Dow pushing it forward to 88, pushing it up to 9, tries to go across. Oh! What a snag!
Incredible save.
Connor Benoit, full stretch, looking like Patrick the Star out there. What a save!
What a save there for the Michigan Spartans. Colorado was having their passing there. They were working as a team. We thought they were going to get a goal there, but Patrick the Star, what a save. Ben, I really like that analogy.
As the Spartans win this, but it's constant pushing in that right corner, trying to get this one clear. Both teams fighting for it. Sticks are flying as it was barely safe from offsides. Buffs had this one in the offensive zone deep behind the goal. Passing it up to 23 Stone. Tries to pass it through, and that is going to be off a Spartan stick. Barely not off the net as Buffs are keeping this one.
Ben, I think they actually wanted to look for a tip-off off the Colorado stick, but it went a little bit too high there, unfortunately.
Yeah, Stone is collecting this one deep in the Buff zone, trying to just regroup the team. Spartans making some line changes. Buffs trying to keep them off.
It's going to be a 2-on-1.
What a goal!
Colorado ties this game up. 14 minutes and 44 seconds remain. That's going to be a goal. Ben, did you see who that was? That's going to be number 51, I believe, on the Colorado side.
And for all our Buffs fans, we got some perfect timing playing up in here. Perfect timing actually relates to that play so much. Buffs waited for the Spartans to make a line change and just took advantage. And that was a great goal. What'd you see?
Ben, I don't know if you noticed, but they were passing back and forth. That teamwork aspect, there were many opportunities for them to take a greedy goal, but instead they didn't. They were able to pass it to their teammates, creating a great, perfect timing goal there for the Colorado offense.
As the Buffs collect this one behind the net, Spartans get it right back. Miss hit a little bit. Somebody gets upended. It is going to be a delayed penalty. Going to be a tripping, I believe, on the Buffs.
That is correct, Ben. It's going to be chipping on the Buffs. That's going to be number 98 going into the penalty box.
That is Josh Gennon. I mean, just tough plays in the right corner for us, and I mean, just gets the stick out. I mean, JR, how do you think the Buffs defend this power play by the Spartans?
They have been able to kill penalties or power plays in the past and penalties as well. But I think what they're going to have to do here is just play consistent defense. Not look to get scoring opportunities, just play defense here, get as many clears as they can as they're trying to play defense here. Instead, they are going to get that clear. It's going to actually be blocked.
As the Buffs do push this one into the Michigan zone. There's going to be Goodfellow collecting it, trying to regroup his team. As we have a 5-on-4. Michigan skating it up. We're at half right now. Big hit by DePonio. as the Buffs trying to defend this one.
That was Corey DePonio with that big
Another
hit there.
big hit. Sorry, JR.
This time Calvin Stone got hit there. Back-to-back big hits. What a way to trade.
Tries to go backhand, and it is off the left post. We see some pushing and shoving over by the goal. Josh Melikranakis getting a little push after the play. The Buffs, even on the penalty kill, still looking offensive. What do you think about that play?
Ben, Colorado's been playing like they aren't down a man here, which is what you love to see. But you don't want to see them get too ahead of themselves because, as we saw earlier, when Michigan was making their line change, Colorado was able to capitalize. So you don't want to see too much greedy play from the Colorado side. They still want to continue to play aggressive defense.
And that's a good stop as the Buffs are back in the offensive zone. Patones tries to get the goal!
Crossbar! Patones from near the top half of the zone. That's going to be the senior. He scores his first goal of the night. That's going to put Colorado up 2-1. Ben, my prediction has been right in the first half so far.
I mean, Jerry, you're calling this one great. Patone's surprising us both. Don't know if that was supposed to be a shot. It goes off the goalie's right pad, hits off the bar, get a little ringer, and Buffs get the shorthanded goal.
Michigan still has their power play here, but Colorado played aggressive there, and they were able to capitalize.
Yeah, Michigan has this one deep in the Buff zone. Good stop there by 8, I believe, as the Michigan tries to play this one back, trying to just get it through, and they get the quick goal. That is Ian Chapsky for his second goal of the night.
Ben, my prediction, 4 for 4 right now. What did I say? Michigan would go up 1-0, and then Colorado would come back with 2 goals, and then Michigan would tie it back up. If Colorado scores the next 3 goals and it ends 5-2, I could be a wizard. Put me in the next Harry Potter movie, I swear.
I mean, so that's gonna automatically kill that penalty. Chapsky with his second goal of the game has a shorthanded goal and then a power play goal. He's been their offense right now as the Spartans do win that one, but quickly back to the Buffs. Doris losing it. A lot of flying sticks right now as Doris collects this one. We are gonna get another penalty.
I believe that's going to be on Colorado's side. Yeah, that's going to be Sinicki going in the penalty box, number 13. It's going to be a 2-minute.
Do you know what it was?
We don't know exactly what the penalty play was, but it is going to be another 2 minutes. 13 going into the box. Colorado has been in this territory before, Ben. They have been down a player, but they were able to score. There are a little bit of issues on the scoreboard trying to figure out this penalty play, but it is a 5-on-4 for the folks at home.
I mean, JR, we were just on winter break. These scoreboard operators are getting right back into it.
Very true.
Michigan gets this one at top of the Buff zone. Goodfellow trying to get this one through to his teammate. Hits 13, passes it back to Goodfellow, back to 13. As tries to get it to the side of the net. Somebody's stick gets flown. As that was a perfect stick check. As Goodfellow collects this one in the Michigan zone, gets behind his net, tries to regroup as we are 30 seconds into the power kill.
Ben, Colorado surprisingly playing aggressive on offense here. They are having a 2-on-2, looking to score here just off the pad. Runs into the net. They're going to get a stoppage in play as one of the Michigan players did run into the net.
JR, I'm not a huge hockey guy. I believe that should be a penalty shot. I don't. People are shaking their heads at me. That could have hit the bar again. Number 5, I believe it may have been not number 5, maybe number 6. Hits that puck with his hand to the back of the net. hitting the net off of the pegs. So, I mean, another interesting play there. Refs are talking about it with the Buffs captains right now, so we'll see.
Ben, yet even though they are down a player, we did find out it was to roughing on Sinicki. They're playing aggressive offense, which is what Colorado's looking to continue to do throughout this game.
As the Spartans skate it into the Buff zone, trying to get it to 25, up to 13, passing it to number 5, to 61 Goodfellow, to 13, getting it back to 5, as he skates around, back to 61, back to 13, back to Goodfellow, back to 5 trying to push it in, 25, good clear there, good try by 9, as that one goes wide right by the captain, Nicholas Borchardt. And we are getting lots of yelling down on the ice as the goal did come off of his pegs on that shot.
Ben, Colorado playing great defense there. They do have another 30 seconds where they are down a player. Sinicki still in the penalty box. Colorado definitely does want to score here. Even though they are tied, you can definitely tell the momentum is leaning towards Colorado's side, but they have to hold their weight here and play aggressive defense, which they have been. Only 30 seconds left on this power play.
And lots of flying twigs, lots of flying sticks, flying bodies, as this one gets to 52 in the Michigan zone. Sorry about that. Passes this one up for Knapp, trying to get a little shot in there, trying to get a wrister. Michigan skates this one up mid into the Buff zone. That is Chapsky, already has 2 in this game. Passes that one up to 14. Back to Chapsky, off of the left pillow, and is going to be tried to clear in. It will be cleared into mid.
Then we're back to a 5-on-5 after Colorado's able to kill that penalty play. Starting to play more aggressive on offense here. No offside called.
And 14 just hits a skate, catches an edge, as would be a 2-on-1. But some fiery fans after that almost tripping call, but will not get it as the Buffs try and clear this one out. Michigan collects it at half, trying to push it into the zone. Hits 13, and Knapp gets the clear. Spartans collect it again, up to 13, tries to get the shot in, off the tip. 19, trying to get that one. We do have a delayed penalty.
It's going to be on Colorado there. It's going to be a high sticking here, we believe. Actually, we're waiting for the call.
Our rules analyst did give us a head nod. We believe
no penalty.
It's actually no penalty. It will be a face-off right outside the Buff zone. We are not quite sure what the call was. Almost a perfect bounce there for the Spartan clear. Tries to get this one in. Buffs trying to get it out of their zone. 14 trying to skate it up. Hits the man a little bit. Right on the edge of the zone. Michigan does skate it into mid, into the Buff zone. Trying to get it past Dow. As 15 keeps it in the zone. Try a little hard of a pass off of the stick of Preston Korakowski, and will be a face-off in the Buff zone.
Ben, we've seen defense from both sides. They're kind of counteracting each other. That's why we haven't seen much scoring here. Both teams are definitely playing a lot of offense in order for them to score. But I think we're going to see another goal soon, maybe within the next 2 minutes here. My prediction stays true. I think Colorado's going to score this next goal.
And this one is tried to be cleared by the Buffs. Michigan trying to still fight for it in the Buff zone. Passes it off of the right leg, and will go up and over the net. And will be another face-off.
There's been a lot of stoppages in play, Ben. You know, this is a great time to grab more snacks, honestly. Right now, I think I'm feeling some Jolly Ranchers. I don't know why, but something sweet could definitely go along with some great hockey.
Maybe throw those Uncrustables in the freezer. I heard that's a thing.
But it is a little cold out, so I don't know if I want something too cold. You know what I mean?
As the Buffs try and push this one into the Michigan State zone. Tries to dangle him!
Can't get it there. One-on-one with the goalie. Can't score, unfortunately. Waited for his team, but they weren't able to get there in time.
Levkus with the puck for the Buffs as passes it up to 19.
It's going to be one of the brothers there.
Trying to get that one to Corey DePonio. Buffs do collect this one right at the edge of their zone. Passes this one up, just missed by DePonio. Back up to the other DePonio.
Both DePonio brothers are out.
And this one to Corey as he tries to push this one through. Still in the Michigan zone. As the Spartans are trying to get this one out as it is blocked by 21. Shoots it right back into the Michigan State zone. We are going to get a
pause and play here.
Pause and play.
There is going to be a pause and play. That means I get to talk more, Ben. All right. So Colorado has continued to play aggressive, as I've said earlier. But I think on their offensive side, they had a great moment of a one-on-one with the goalie, but he wasn't able to take a chance there. It seemed like he got a little aggressive or a little greedy, but that's okay. It was a one-on-one goal. There's no Nathan McKinnon out here, unfortunately, but if that was Nathan McKinnon, that would have been an incredible goal, most likely.
As both teams fight for it down to our left side, who's going to come out with it? It does look like the Buffs get first control, passes it to Knapp, trying to get it up the ice, hit it, hits. And we are going to get a lot of angry fans on a possible tripping as number 9 for the Buffs and a Michigan State player get tangled up and slide into the boards. Interesting play there.
7 minutes remaining left in this period. Ben, I think Colorado, they want that next goal. They heard my prediction earlier, so they want that next goal. So they're a little upset about that penalty there, but you can kind of start to see the teamwork a little bit dissolving. Not what you want to see. Michigan's been able to keep consistent, but it seems like they're going to have to play more aggressive on defense here.
Yes, so this face-off is won by Michigan. Deep in their zone, trying to push it forward. Hits it up off the state.
Big hit on the wall.
Off the wall. Tries to get the catch. Don't put him on the football team. As this one is to Doris. Tries to get behind his net. Still in the Buff zone. Fighting for it. As we are still fighting against the wall. Buffs seem to get first control. Vela gets it. As that is
no tripping called there.
No tripping on Patonis for the Buffs. Doris trying to push it forward. And we are going to get that tripping call, actually. So the Buffs will be on a power play. 5-on-4. It will be on
number 5.
Donovan Mitchell. Not. Oh, sorry.
Number 27, I believe.
Carter Vela, actually. Donovan Mitchell. Not the basketball player, but hockey player. We are ready for the Buffs as they are in the Michigan zone. Win that face-off. Get this one to Corey DePonio as they try and get a goal and take advantage of this power play. DePonio passes it to his teammate. Levkus trying to get this one hit on the boards as Michigan does clear their zone. They're going to make a slight change as the Buffs try and regroup. Minute and a half in this power play. 5-on-4. Levkus skating it forward on the left side. Pushing it forward. Good hip check there by Chapsky. As this one is going straight to the Buffs goalie. Passes it out to DePonio. DePonio hitting Neffs. Neffs getting it forward into the Michigan zone. Passes it through, trying to get to 14. 14 skates it through. A shot off the skate, it looked like, of Neffs. Trips his own teammate. Playing with the ref, Landon Dow. Luke Dow. And still fine for it in front.
No goal.
Oh, we have punches
We have
thrown.
to fight. Gloves were removed.
Got a little yard sale out here. Twigs on the ground. Gloves are off.
Helmets
I mean,
everywhere.
if you want some gear, come to the rec. We got some on the ice.
You know, even though it's the seniors last night, I guess they're feeling a little bit generous and giving away some of their gear. They're deciding, the refs are deciding on what to call this as they ran into the goalie, looking for the biscuit there.
Looks like it will be. You're not quite sure for the Spartans who's going into the sin bin, but refs are playing the goal back on its pegs. We will see.
Oh,
Looks like Corey DePonio.
2 players on the Michigan bench are going in for a penalty. Sorry, one currently is in there, and then another one is going in, and they're sending a Colorado player in there as well. So it's going to be a 4-on-3 here. It's going to be 2 minutes for either team. 41 seconds on the original power play, but it's going to be more of a 4-on-3. But you remember what happened for Michigan men last time there was a 4-on-3?
I mean, yeah, Chapsky took the advantage, not even the advantage, the disadvantage, and just scored, giving the Spartans an early 1-0 lead in the first period. Now we're looking at 2-2 with a little less than 5 minutes remaining in the second period.
I think there's a little bit of confusion here. Michigan does have 4 players out, while Colorado has 5. I know it is a power play, but there are people in the penalty box, man. It would be a 4-on-3 because they both lose a player, and then Michigan loses one. Anyway, 30 seconds left in this power play.
Buffs trying to get this one through behind the net for the Michigan zone. Still fighting for it. We got 14 for the Buffs.
Ben, this just
Another big hit.
This just in from Nick, our producer. He said, so since it was a fighting penalty, it doesn't count as it effective there for either team.
As the Michigan State skates this one forward. We're looking at 4 minutes left in the second period. Big hit on, as it's a one-on-one. Great defense there by Michigan State, skating it forward. Lipinski looks like some fans are asking for offsides, but this one is going to be pushed back into the Michigan State side. It is number 3 for the Buffs as they're fighting for it. Tries to get it to his teammate. Almost by Simpson with the wrap, not even the wraparound, just turns around and shoots it. This one to Simpson again.
No
Simpson
offsides.
trying to push it forward, trying to get it to his teammate. Blocked by the Michigan State Spartan. Around the back, Donovan Mitchell hits that one, as this one will be pushed into the Buffs zone and will be an icing call.
Ben, I just want to say something that I noticed there. Colorado did have an open goal for a second, but it was a little bit of a greedy shot when it went over the net. I don't know if you noticed that yourself, but that one shot, he put a little bit too much of an oomph on his stick and wasn't able to get it in the goal, which is understandable, obviously, because hockey is a high-stakes game. But I think if you need to learn to slow down a little bit I do understand it as well that it is senior night, but missed opportunity there.
As Michigan State first wins this one. Big hit there by 14 in the Buffs zone. Knapp trying to push this one forward. Gets tripped a little bit. Won't be called. And we are going, no offsides called either. Push into the Buffs zone. 14 trying to push it up. Cooney sticking out the leg.
Delayed
we will have a
penalty.
delayed penalty with a snag by Benoit. And we are going to get another Michigan State player in the bin.
Another Colorado power play here, Ben.
That will be Cooney with a 2-minute minor for tripping.
Ben, he kind of flew like Superman a little bit there. Yes, Superman is coming out this year, but they do already have somebody cast as Superman, unfortunately, but he did kind of fly on that tripping, so it was definitely a good call.
Yeah, Cooney just sticking out the leg. Don't know what he's trying to do there, but trips up 14 for the Buffs and sends him flying. As the Buffs win this one at first in Michigan zone, 14 still trying to play it. Patones with a shot off the stick of Vela. Bad pass there by the Buffs as they have to regroup.
Still playing great offense here.
Michigan State's looking still very aggressive even though they're down a player. And looks like Patones will be fine for that one. Convey looking to push this one forward. Off some players, still fine for it in front. Michigan State trying to push this one forward. Keeps this one in the zone. Oh, just barely missed by Convey. Trying to push this one in. Will be pushing to the Buff zone. And we are going to get
Nothing, just a stoppage in play.
We do have a player down on our right side. Does look like
he is able to get back up.
Michigan State's.
It looks like Colorado player is going to go into the penalty box. 2 minutes. Number 2, Dow.
Yeah, that will be one of the seniors who are celebrating today, Luke Dow, on a hit on the captain of Michigan State.
Ben, it's going to be a 4-on-4 here. We've seen some great hockey tonight. We have 1:45 seconds left in this. I think Colorado is going to hope to play aggressive on offense, but they do want to score here. Yet, even though it is a 4-on-4, both teams have continued to play aggressive.
And as you're saying that,
no penalty called.
The Buffs will actually start down next period with off of Luke Dow's penalty as the Buffs have this one in their zone, trying to push it forward. Off the foot, playing a little soccer out here. Next, Mbappe. Come on. Up to DePonio. Trying to push this one behind the Michigan goal. To teammate 52. Trying to keep that one away.
That's going to be Smithberger, number 52 there. Great pass to his teammate.
Another good hit as Michigan State has 15 minutes left on their penalty kill.
Minute remains in this period, Ben.
And we're down to 45 seconds as Smithberger gets little stripped as Allen tries to get this one to his teammates.
Some great juggling there. Did you see that?
What a play. I mean, as the Spartans at the top of the zone, up to the brother, and he goes low corner. That was Josh Melikranakis, one of the brothers we talked about earlier in the game, with a goal to put the Spartans up 3-2 with 18 seconds left in the second period.
Man, it looks like my prediction isn't going to be true, unfortunately. Hey, I was 4 for 4 at the start, but Michigan, as soon as they got their 5th player out, they capitalized on Colorado's loss there. It's going to be a 5-on-5 here. It may say on the scoreboard that there is a penalty, but since Michigan had 5 players, they both killed a penalty. Loose puck.
I see the Buffs are in their zone trying to just push it forward, and that will be it.
A little bit of a tangle up there on the left side. Seems like they're okay. Ben, final thoughts before we close out the second period? I'll start. As Colorado was up on the first part of the power play, they weren't able to get anything going. And then Michigan ended up Michigan had 2 players go into the penalty box. Colorado still couldn't get anything going for them. But as soon as Michigan gained their player back, they finally were able to score because it seemed to catch Colorado by surprise. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. I just had a thought on my head there.
No, you're all good.
But I think for this third period, Colorado's now down 3-2. We're looking closer to your score here, Ben. I'm not going to lie. I think we're going to see a lot of aggressive behavior. I've said that word a lot tonight, but it has been the key moments of the game. From this Colorado side, Michigan does hold a lead, so they're obviously going to play a little more passive, but you know what they say, keep your foot on the gas as long as you're able to continue doing what you're doing. Ben, I'll hand it over to you.
Yeah, so, we talked about the Buffs coming out more aggressive. They definitely did, getting 2 goals to Michigan State's also 2, I believe, that period. But Buffs were looking really good, even on power plays and power kills. But the Spartans just, they took advantage of some mistakes, and both teams are looking very good. The Buffs come out and score 2 straight. My prediction will be right of 4-3. But if both teams still come out, if Michigan State comes out that aggressive, how we have seen them, we could see an even larger lead by them. So should be a great third period. We got a 14-minute intermission. Go refill your popcorn, your orange juice, get those Uncrustables out of the freezer, and let's get ready for this third period.
It's time to start snacking, boys.
I said Elijah Malone, his status is up in the air. Either way, the Buffs have played opponents close, as I've mentioned. In 4 of those 5 games, the Buffs either led or trailed by just a possession in the final 5 minutes. They just haven't been able to get it done. So they'll look to try and void off those issues that have been keeping them down all year, and look to finally be able to close out a game, or maybe even start fast and not even give the other team a chance to come back or close out a game. But it'll be a tough one in Oklahoma State tomorrow for the Buffs, but they'll be looking to get it done. My name is Oliver Hayes, and I'll send it back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Oliver. In honor of horrible beginnings, what was the worst start to conference play in Tad Boyle's 15-year tenure here at Colorado? Stay tuned to find out later in the show.
The men's basketball team looks to turn around their season as they travel to Oklahoma State on Saturday. Tip-off is at 1 p.m. in search of their first conference win. Following their road trip, they return to the CU Events Center this Tuesday to face off against the BYU Cougars. Both are winnable games as the Buffs look to snap their 5-game losing streak.
Women's Hoop finished out their non-conference play with a 78-61 win over the Denver Pioneers. The Buffs dominated the glass, being plus 20 in the rebound battle. The Buffs also had 4 players in double figures, with Lior Garzon and Ayanna Johnson leading the charge with 14 points. The Buffs were without their 2 point guards and still tallied 19 assists on the day.
What's up? I'm Harrison Simeon, and after you saw the men's basketball team's Big 12 slate recapped, I'm here to recap the women's. We start as they took on West Virginia at home. West Virginia, a ranked side, very formidable, and it was the veteran play of the Buffaloes that carried them to a huge statement win on home soil. Jade Masagayo had a huge game with 18 points, and she helped the Buffs take down the Mountaineers. Then the Buffs took to the road to take on Baylor, and it was an old friend, Aaronette Von Lay, that helped the Bears take down CU. It's been pretty much a struggle for the Buffs to have any sort of competitive games on the road this Big 12 play. As you see here against TCU, Haley Van Lith helped the Horned Frogs take down the Buffaloes in Colorado's second straight loss that put them at 1-2 in their first season in the Big 12. But they came home and dominated, first against UCF. Jade Masagayo, nice little layup there. It's been Frida Foreman leading the Buffs in scoring this year. And then against Kansas, Colorado took down another conference foe. Another huge game from Frida Foreman, as she has 13.7 points a game, and it's been the returners, such as Sarah Rose Smith and Kendall Wetta, that have led in rebounds and assists as well. Peggy was in the house. You knew the Buffs had to take down the Jayhawks as they moved to 3-2 in conference play, but this past Wednesday, it wasn't so lucky for the Buffs, as 30 turnovers contributed to a stunning blowout loss to the Mountaineers in their rematch of that aforementioned game. It was their most turnovers in 8 years as a program, and they didn't have any chance after the third quarter. They only scored 2 points. That's all for this segment, recapping the conference slate. They resume action tomorrow in Ohio, and you'll learn more about that game in just a second. So back to you guys.
The women's basketball team is traveling over to Cincinnati tomorrow for a Big 12 matchup. This game has a 4 p.m. MST tip-off. The Buffs sit at 12-5 record on the season, and they are 11-3 in conference play. They come into this game with Cincinnati on a 1-game losing streak. The Bearcats, on the other side, have a 10-5 record this year. They come in 2-3 in Big 12 play.
Break, the skiing Buffaloes took to the slopes to kick off their 2025 season. The Buffs just came off their victorious season, winning the NCAA title back in March. At the start of their season, the Buffs were looking to defend, and that is just what they did. During the 2025 Denver University Invitational Ski Alpine Race at Loveland and Copper Mountain, the Buffs showed that they want to keep their title in Boulder. Now, keep in mind, this is just the Alpine racers and not Nordic skiers. On the first day, CU put up 3 podiums and 11 in the top 21, opening the season to a great start. Philip Walkvist placed first in the RMISA qualifying slalom race. The second day, he went 2 for 2, winning his second slalom race of the season. The Buffaloes still held up their lead by 20 points over Utah and Denver. The third day, the Buffs left Loveland for Copper to compete in the giant slalom for their final day. With frigid temperatures of -10 at the beginning of the day, it's shaped to be a challenge, but the herd doesn't stop for a challenge, faces them head on. They dominated the remainder of that event, winning both races and overall as a team in GS. CU set several RMISA records, including scoring the most Alpine points in a meet under the current scoring system. CU led the meet by more than 40 points than any other team, winning 3 of the 4 races. Notably, Walkvist won the men overall.
Then, the Nordic team has been attempting to keep up with the Alpine team. Recently, they have raced in Alaska and Minturn. Colorado graduate student Will Koch placed 3rd in the UAA Invitational. The Nordic Buffs will have to step up their game after losing Magnus Bowie at the end of the 24 season. Bowie was a pivotal figure during the NCAA championship races.
Our very own SBS reporter Talis Schreiber had a moment to speak with the Alpine head coach Ian Lockhead just after their winning weekend. When asked what he is looking for to keep the NCAA title in Boulder, Lockhead responded, "It's about doing the little things every day. We just try and control the things we can and build every day to get better." This is Lockhead's second season as a Buffs coach. Follow the CU Buff ski team on our website or social media for more in-depth coverage.
While the Alpine and Nordic Buffs are claiming podiums, Chloe Heher, a member of the free ski team, is currently competing on the Free Ride World Tour as only a rookie. Currently in Baccaria Barrett, Spain, competing against the best in the world, and her first competition was this morning. After an incredibly technical run, she placed 4th in women's ski, scoring a 67.67 over 6 points ahead of the rider who placed 5th. As the rookie of the tour, he here is off to an incredible start with eyes on the podium. The Freeride World Tour will be posting live videos and replays on their website for the duration of the season. The SBS team wishes Chloe luck with the rest of her tour and will be supporting from Boulder. The CU tennis team is back in action this weekend after the break. Currently, the Buffs are competing in their first official tournament of 2025 after playing exhibitions last week. On Sunday, they host the Denver Pioneers for the first home match of the year.
Track and field is in the middle of their annual Colorado Classic, where schools from across the state and beyond come to compete. The first day of competitions was today, but tomorrow is when the final start for most of the events. Fans should look forward to the mile race tomorrow, where there's a chance for history to be made. 8 different runners will push to run a sub-4-minute mile and break the Colorado record for fastest mile time. You can find out if the record is broken and about other results from Colby White's recap of the meet on our website.
The Colorado men's D1 hockey team kicked off their 2025 season with an East Coast road trip, the backyard for numerous Colorado players. The trip started with a matchup against the Blue Hens of the University of Delaware on January 10th. The game went scoreless until the 4-minute mark in the second period, where the Hens made their presence known at home. Rapolas Markivincius would respond late in the second period for his Buffs. It was a tough fight in the third, but the Hens managed to pull through with less than 30 seconds remaining, winning by a score of 2-1. January 11th saw an electrifying matchup against the Westchester University Golden Rams as the Buffs looked for redemption after their loss the previous night. Cam Piggott set the tone in the first period with the first goal. The second period was split with 1 goal from both the Buffs and Knights. The third period was all Buffs, with captain Drew McConaughey scoring 2 of his team's 3 goals. Despite the high penalty minutes, the Buffs dominated the Knights 6-1.
The Division I men's hockey team traveled over to the East Coast this past weekend for the 2025 Lehigh Winter Classic, where they faced off against teams like the University of Delaware, Westchester University, and Lehigh University. The first day of matchup was against Delaware, and the Yotes took home the 2-1 win over the Buffs. The second day of matchups was against Westchester University, and the Buffs took the 5-1 win over the Rams. The last and final matchup of the day was against Lehigh University, and the Buffs dominated in this as they took the 6-2 win over the Mountain Hawks. The Buffs will return to action this weekend in Tucson, Arizona for a 2-day matchup against the University of Arizona Wildcats.
Our men's D2 hockey team had 4 games since we've updated you last. So let's dive into those. On December 6th, they went into overtime against the University of Wyoming, but ultimately lost 6-5. The next day, on the 7th, they took another loss, this time to the Air Force Academy, with a score of 5-1. After winter break, they came back strong on the 10th, beating their rivals, CSU, 5-1. And their most recent game on the 11th was a tough loss to DU with a score of 7-4.
Now that the semester is in full swing, they have 4 back-to-back games starting tonight. And the best part, all of these games are at home right here on campus at the CU Rec Center. Tonight, they will be playing Michigan State at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. Tomorrow, the 18th, they host Sault College all the way from Ontario, Canada at 7 p.m. On the 19th, they take on the Cincinnati Bearcats at 3 p.m. On the 20th, they go against Loyola Marymount University for a morning game at 11 a.m. Make sure to support your Buffs this weekend.
The CU women's hockey team had a quiet break with their last game played against the Minnesota Golden Gophers on November 22nd and 23rd. The series was tight, with both games going into overtime. Game 1 saw Minnesota's Laramie Prell score the game-winning goal just over 2 minutes into overtime. The Buffs' Jordan Bonk responded in a game with a goal just under 4 minutes remaining in overtime, tying the series.
The women's team will also play at home this weekend as they welcome the Purcell boarding school team all the way from British Columbia, Canada. This is Purcell's second trip to Colorado this season as they played the Denver Pioneers back in November, beating them 7-0 on back-to-back days. The Purcell Hockey Academy is a prep school in Kimberly and are playing their inaugural season of U19 hockey. Despite playing their first season, Purcell has won against other universities and sent 4 players to junior nationals themselves in the IIHF. The Buffs will play a 3-game series against Purcell, playing right now at Friday at 5 p.m., Saturday at 4 p.m., and Sunday at 11 a.m. ScoBuff Sports will unfortunately not be able to stream tonight's game, but you can catch the Saturday and Sunday games right here on our YouTube channel.
The Professional Women's Hockey League seasons is underway, and the Phil made a stop on the takeover. Fans, including a few CU women's hockey players like Mia Fiselli, Amanda Wallace, and Brianna Arena, attended the game. Denver was able to record a high U.S. attendance with a total of 14,018 fans in attendance for the Montreal Victories facing off the Minnesota Frost. Colorado Avalanche's defenseman, Cale Makar, was in attendance for the game as well. The Phil will continue their takeover tour in Denver, and their fans are hoping Colorado can be a contender for an expansion team. The league says it can add teams as early as next season.
Welcome back to the CU event center, the CU Rec Center, for this D2 matchup between the Colorado Buffaloes and the Michigan State Spartans. Current score here is 3-2 in favor of the Spartans. As this third period is about to start, JR, what do you want to see from the Buffs on offense to get this game back in hand?
Ben, I don't know if you knew this, but my favorite word of the night, can you guess it? Indeed, it's aggressive. Aggressive, aggressive, aggressive. I think aggressive offense from the Colorado Buffaloes tonight, they are down 3-2, is going to be able to keep them into this game. Michigan holds the lead. Oh my, voice crack there. Holds the lead 3-2. They're going to probably continue to keep their foot on the gas, because that's usually how the end of games should work, and that's for Sean Payton and the Broncos. Anyway, sorry, they caught us
How about
stray.
the Bills?
Okay, Seahawks fan. Anyway, Colorado definitely looks to play more aggressive on offense. Senior night tonight. Parents look very proud to see their kids out here at the rec center.
And we are getting loud in the barn as the animals are about to be let loose. Let Ralphie run.
Here we go.
As the Buffs first make contact, Michigan has control. Buffs try and get it back in their zone. Flips this one into the Michigan zone. Will be an icing call to start this off. 13 seconds into the period. Face off deep in the Buff zone.
Already an icing call here. Ben, that's what Colorado struggled early on in the second period there. Ben's doing a little dance over here. Sorry if I'm a little distracted. He's ready for some hockey, but I think Colorado's going to need to avoid these icing penalties.
As this one is trying to hit forward by the Buffs. Still in their zone as Goodfellow tries to keep it there. Buffs hit this one into the Spartan zone. Will be a second icing. And we are 26 seconds in now. 13 seconds apart for each icing.
Not what you want to see coming out early in this game. Colorado, yes, they are wanting to get that goal, but they're not giving themselves enough time to set up with their players.
Buffs do gain control as they're pushing into the zone. Good
Great
defense
pass.
there by 15. Takes a shot off
the
the right foot, sorry, as this was almost at offsides. Michigan State trying to push it forward into the Buff zone. have it at mid, trying to push this one through, just shoots it, but whoa, behind the Buffs goal, as we do get a hit on the opposite side. Michigan State hits this one in. Goalie plays it behind. Tries to reset this one. Pass almost gets away. It is up to 14. Trying to dangle it past. Dangles! And a lot of stuff going on. Bodies in front of the net. Sticks in front of the net. As the Buffs still have possession. As 14 gets the puck back. Just mishits it.
Great recovery from both sides there. I just wanted to add there, Ben. Colorado didn't produce anything there, unfortunately, but Michigan was able to keep them out of their own goal. Their goalie was able to block 2 shots on goal there.
As Michigan State shoots this one into the offensive side, is going to be an icing call. Third one of this period, first run on the Spartans, face off in the Michigan zone.
That's going to be great for Colorado as they're down in this third period, final period of play, unless we do go to overtime for some more free hockey. But Ben, as I was saying earlier, Colorado did have an opportunity. They did have a loose puck, but they were playing a little bit more passive on their defense, so they weren't able to get anything going. Michigan was able to recover, which is great to see. But Colorado needs to get a goal here, keep the momentum on their side. But currently, Michigan holds it themselves.
And Michigan State's getting this up the ice. Going around the rink to 21 for the Spartans. Behind the Buffs goal as the Buffs finally gain control as they are still playing it behind the goal, trying to get this one forward. Flips it up and over as Michigan State tries to stop that one into the Buff zone, to mid, back to the Buff zone as Buffalo's up to mid, trying to get it to Levkus. Levkus push it forward, gets stopped by 2 Spartans as Michigan State tries to get it back, almost gains possession. 2 players on the same team almost knock it away from each other. Buffs are going to reset.
Great to see there from that offensive line going off.
As the Buffs gain possession, going to be a 2-on-2, going to be a 3-on-2. Just good defense, misses the puck a little bit. Knapp with a shot. Donovan Mitchell laying his body on the line.
Wanted a redirection shot there. Sorry, Ben, didn't mean to cut you off. I just want to add.
You're all good, as the Spartans are going to gain possession around mid, skating into the Buff zone. Going to be an offsides on the Spartans. Just a miscommunication.
Spartans don't look too happy about that there. I just wanted to add to that, Colorado. I didn't mean to cut you off there, but they looked for a misdirection shot. Their teamwork has started to pick up here. We saw it early in the second period where they were able to go up 2-1. Colorado needs to keep this teamwork on their side to hopefully keep this momentum to shift in their way.
And Chapsky catches that one for the Spartans at mid, hits it to the goalie, and will be Luke. And a lot of confusion down there at the Buffs end. Michigan State retains possession. Buffs getting it forward. Gonna be Covey. Good snag there on the glove side by Connor Benoit.
Great plays there. It looked like one of the Colorado players, I didn't fully see who got that shot on goal. Wanted to take a shot there. It was a good shot, but he couldn't get anything too low or too high off the ground, so it was glove save. Ben, I also just wanted to say we're currently close in shots on goal as well as scores, so it's been a pretty even game, surprisingly.
As Michigan State's pushing this one deep into the Buff zone. Buffs trying to push this one through. Good hit there by Aaron for the Spartans, as the Spartans try and regroup, playing it out of their own zone. As missed pass to 23. Buffs have it down in their defense. Passing it to 9. Passing it up. 1-on-1. Off the right pillow of the goalie. And what a save there by Benoit, as the Spartans try and push it back up trying to hit it to his teammate. Is going to be another icing call.
Ben, it was a one-on-one there. Looked like he just wanted to get the puck in rather than try and juke out the goalie, which is understandable, but in those situations, if it's a one-on-one, you got to trust yourself. If you feel like you can make the move and make the shot, go for it. Sometimes the easy shot might be the best shot, but in that particular sense, I think he could have taken a little bit more risky shot that he should have been able to nail.
It's going to be a tie-up behind the net. Spartans do gain control, pushing it forward, getting it out of their zone. As it is a fight around the mid, as the Spartans are going to have possession. Going to be a 4-on-3. As Buff's trying to push this one forward. Great defense there by Graham of the Spartans.
Scared me a little bit there.
Forward. Buffs get that out of their zone. Graham for the Spartans. Trying to push it forward. Hits Smithberger all by himself though. No teammates up there to help. As the Spartans do gain control again. We are about 5 minutes into this third period. As the Spartans the Buffs are now pushing into the Spartan zone.
And I just wanted to add that the refs, even though there have been a few... Great play there. That's going to be Colorado's third goal of the night. They're going to tie it. Did you see who shot that in?
I believe, looking at numbers, that will be Tanner Simpson. And he lit the lamp in that top right corner. Just goes goalie's left shoulder. He lights it. We got a tie game here. And just to recap for you guys, it is now 3-3, 14 minutes left for the Spartans. Ian Chapsky with 2 goals and Josh Melikranakis with 1. Buffs, Diego Patones with 1, Tanner Simpson with 1.
And we missed who that third one was.
And we believe possibly Connor Smithberger with 1, but we were unsure. As the Buffs are back in the Michigan zone as we have another tie-up. Buffs are looking offensive. Goal goes wide to the left, it looked like. As they're fighting for it, Donovan Mitchell grabs the puck. Buffs make a few line changes, trying to get this one up. Just a mistap. Goes through Knapp's legs. Won't be an issue as he does gain control. Will be... Oh! Bauk! 101! Oh!
What a shot! Number 3 for Colorado. That's
Alex Bauk. 2 quick goals by the Buffs. I mean, I said 4-3. It's looking like it's going to be more. And Benoit just trying to regroup in the net for the Spartans as the Buffs get 2 quick ones.
More perfect timing playing.
I mean, what a play by Bauk. Gets a steal and then goes right back one-on-one with the Tendy and just slots it in.
Ben, that's some great hockey there with the steal, as you said, and then the shot on goal and make it in. That's what makes key hockey players. That's what you love to see from this Colorado team.
And we may see the Spartans push a little bit more as the Buffs are in their own zone with the puck. Up to Smithberger, fighting with Goodfellow, gets sat on a little bit, and Chapsky takes a little tumble off of Smithberger. Buffs have it in the Michigan zone. Tries to keep it in, prevent the offsides as they're fighting for it. And it does look like it is going to be Buffalo Puck as they are regrouping. And tries to send it forward. Neff's trying to push it forward.
Great move.
Dangling himself. And is going to be a...
What a save. I'm not going to lie there.
Good save there by Benoit. I mean, for Benoit, that's good just for himself. Regroup after those 2 quick goals.
Ben, I was saying this thought earlier. I didn't get a chance to finish it because Colorado did score. I wanted to say that we did have earlier penalties in both periods, but it seems like there's been a few close calls, but it seems like the refs are letting them duke it out. There's been a few close calls. No calls have been made yet, but I think they're allowing them to play a little bit more backyard hockey, which is something to keep an eye out for.
Yeah, and you make a fair point. Backyard hockey, we all loved. I mean, personally, I was never a hockey player, but we love to get out on the rink.
Another ref,
As another ref takes a tumble. He looks a little shaken up. We think he's okay. Spartans have it in there behind the bus. Buffs collect that one. Trying to push it forward. It looks like Patona's pushing forward. It's going to just be a push by 15. And Spartans collect it in their zone. Trying to clear this one out. Hits Lucia. Lucia through the legs into the Buff zone. Knapp is going to collect that one for the Buffs. Pushes that one through to 21. Never mind, to Patones.
Ben, it's a good thing this isn't football because that push with on the offensive side definitely would have been a defensive pass interference.
And good block off the pillow. Another good block. Caleb Allen making good blocks as the Buffs push forward. Looks like it's gonna be Haller. Gets a stick to the face, no call. We are delayed penalty. We have a delayed penalty.
It's gonna be on Michigan.
Send a little early call. Little illegal hands to the face. Defense. Number
11, 23. I guess I'm listening to the last numbers out. 4, 8, 15, 16.
It is going to be 16. Liam Cooney, actually his second penalty of the game. He had the tripping earlier, sending 14 into Superman.
That is true. That is true. He does look a little upset there as well. I just wanted to say that was a roughing penalty. I am learning my calls. The ref did put up the X, which means it is a roughing penalty.
Buffs will have an advantage. 5-on-4 has turned out partially well. They do have a power play goal, I believe, but also they have gotten a short-handed goal on them in the first period by Chapsky of the Spartans. Buffs trying to push this one forward. Trying to push this one. It just goes through. It is fighting on the wall. Levkus gets it for the Buffs. Slips it out of the offensive zone. Waits for his team to get back. It's 14 for the Buffs. Tries to push it forward. Turns on the wheels. Turns on the burners.
Oh my goodness.
Almost went Connor
Bedard.
Almost said Connor McDavid. Both are very good at hockey. But as Donovan Mitchell shoots this one up the ice to 21.
No icing called there. Very interesting.
As Levkus defends it. Book, who just got the goal for the Buffs to put them ahead, plays that one back to his teammate. As the Buffs are going to reset. It looks like Levkus taking it by himself. Good. What a goal! It's going to be...
I think that's...
it is not the captain. The senior, Luke Dow.
That's what she loved to see on senior night. A senior getting a goal in one of his last games here at the rec center. Fans are thrilled.
And sorry, Jared, to steal that one from you. Call him the garbage crew. He just cleaned that one up in front of the net. I mean, Luke Dow playing a great game, has one penalty, but I mean, otherwise he's been playing good defense. Obviously now has a goal. I mean, Buffs are 5-3. I mean, you said 5-3. So right now,
I said 5-2. One more thing, Ben. I just wanted to say, Colorado's offense has looked incredible so far this third period. They have scored 3 unanswered, which is what you want to see as the puck flies out of the net. But Colorado scored 3 unanswered. I said that they had to play aggressive offense, and they have. They've been working as a team, which they have. Now they just hope to keep this lead with 10 minutes left in this third period. Then we have 10 minutes left of hockey, and there is going to be an overtime. Here we go.
I've never said no to free hockey, but the Buffs are looking like the aggressors, to use your word, as Snitsky pulls it forward. Benoit does make the snag. Benoit having a rough third period. Hopefully getting a little bit of confidence back after that catch.
Ben, unfortunately, they weren't able to clean up the crew there, like you said. But Colorado has looked dominant so far in this third period. Only 15 seconds left to lap, and now there's another face-off in the opposing zone. Colorado's looked fantastic. Michigan definitely looks a little exhausted, looking to hopefully find their momentum as Colorado has shifted this momentum in their direction.
And the Spartans win that face-off. Hits it to Mitchell. Mitchell off of Patones. Puck stays in the Michigan zone. Neff's trying to fight for it. Kovney up to Valco. Valco and slices the twig. We're going to get a delayed penalty.
It's going to be on Colorado, that delayed penalty, Ben.
Spartans pull the goalie, try and get an extra man on the ice, and we will see what the call is. It is going to be on 21 of the Buffs, Zane Polachek, and going to be a 2-minute. We are yet to see what the call was for.
I'm assuming it's going to be a roughing. That seems like what most of the...
I'm either going with roughing or something with him trying to slap the stick of the Spartan player. But the Spartans have control here. They have the advantage, 5-on-4, trying to hopefully get them back in the game as they skate this one around mid. Goodfellow passes, or skates this one around, hits the captain, Butchart, up to Kolb, up to 13. Tries to get it back to Goodfellow. Good defense there by Smithberger. Smithberger playing cat and mouse with them. 1v2 and he just defends them. And Spartans do gain the puck back as Melikranakis skates that one through, tries to get it to Kolb. Up to Campbell. Campbell back to Kolb. Kolb behind the Buffs net. Tries to get that one to Melikranakis. Big hit! They bring the boom! That deserves 5 big booms! As the Buffs clear that one into the Michigan zone. Michigan State is going to reset as we have 30 seconds remaining in this power play for the Spartans. Off of the right leg of Allen, and low contact in the right corner. Fighting for the puck. 15 seconds left in this power play. Both teams fighting for it. Both teams, who's going to get it? Spartans get it. It's going to be a shot by Kolb. Kolb gets Cooney gets a free push in the back. And no call there. Buffs try and clear this one. The Buffs kill it. And the Spartans still retain possession. Will be Valco trying to hit this one forward.
The goalie keeps away the icing.
Midline it's going to be a 1-on-0. Misses it. Lucio with a big miss. The Spartans caught the Buffs sleeping on a line change, and Lucio was 1-on-1 with Allen and just shot it way left.
Ben, I just wanted to say we're definitely seeing a lot of more backyard hockey. There's definitely a little bit of pushes. Colorado fans are a little upset. I was definitely a little confused on that no call, but I think the refs are going to let them have more of more fun tonight, and definitely a missed opportunity there. Glove save there.
And good save there. Good snag by Caleb Allen. For all my people watching, shout out to my uncle telling me all the hockey lingo to use today. As the Buffs do gain this one, will be to Levkus and pushed into the Michigan zone. 14 for the Buffs chasing him to no tripping call as we got some slipping and sliding. Must have put some oil on the ice. People are just sliding around as that will be an icing call.
They're sledding out here, folks. They are sledding. There's going to be an icing on the Colorado side. We actually haven't seen one of those since the beginning of this third period from the Colorado side, which is actually very surprising. Ben, I just want to go back to the earlier offensive possession from Michigan. It was a one-on-one with the goalie as they caught him mid-line change, but unfortunately they weren't able to capitalize, and that's an unfortunate missed opportunity as they are down.
Tries to get it through, hits it off the skate. Miss! What a big miss. He had basically open net, and he just could not get it. Good poke there by Lefkos to clear that one into the Michigan zone. The Spartans are making some big shooting mistakes the last few minutes, as we are 5 minutes, a little over 5 minutes remaining in this period, in this game, possibly. As the bus hits this one into the offensive zone. 15 for the Spartans, trying to skate this one up. Tries to hit it to Lipinski. No offsides, it's a call. Polishek up to Simpson.
What an intercept there.
Taking him down like his WWE. Another takedown like we got it delayed. And it is going to be a penalty on the Spartans. I mean, you were talking about sledding earlier. We've got some sledding down in the corner. JR, we may be doing some sledding outside.
You know what? That sounds pretty great.
We're getting some snow here in Boulder. As we're staying a little bit warmer in the rec center.
Do you hear that? I'm hearing possibly a snowball fight. I don't know how cold it is out there, but hey, you can't go wrong with a little bit of a snowball fight. I'm getting in the snowy mood after watching hockey. And there's a 2-minute power play here on Michigan's. 20 goes into the box. That's going to be... We do not have 20 right now, but 20 goes into the box. Back to Ben.
As the Buffs are at the top of the Michigan zone, trying to play this one. It is 14. 14 has played a big part on the offense today, gaining assists. Even if you have...
Oh! What a shot! Number 14.
6-3 goes
Dominic Alexandro.
And that is 14. Dominic Alexandro. And Benoit is in a world of trouble right now, allowing 4 goals as we get to listen to perfect timing for the 6th time this game. Bust out your AP is perfect timing, and the Buffs are rolling. As the Buffs do win this one, up to Knapp. Up to Lefkos. Lefkos one-on-one. Gets his teammate. Oh, just off the goalie's glove.
Good save there, though.
Spartans trying to push this one up. It is Lucia right between the skates. Campbell trying to get at the stick. Sinicki back. And it is back to Knapp at mid. Buffs, Knapp collects that in the, now at mid, skating it up, trying to get a 7th goal as they're running to the refs. Refs trying to lay some boom as we're getting some tackles. Call this football on ice. Some more hits. They are pushing and shoving as Dolores with the shot. And the Donovan Mitchell tries to skate that up. Buffs collect that in their zone. Knapp trying to clear it. Doesn't clear it well enough. Bouchard up to Eden, I believe. 21 Egan. And that will be a save by Caleb Allen.
Ben, 3 minutes remain left in this third period. Colorado does lead 6-3. Colorado looking great on the offensive side, looking great on the defensive side. They just look to hope to keep this lead. Michigan's going to play a lot of aggressive offense here, which is Colorado's been their main strategy as it flies up into the air and is saved again. It's going to be good, according to our producer, Nick here. Ben, It's been great commentating with you tonight.
And that it has. We are here in the CU Rec Center here in Boulder, Colorado. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remain. 6-3 is your score. Buffs lead. I'm Ben doing some play-by-play. JR's next to me doing color. Nick is our producer and Tyler on camera today.
Doing a great job there too.
And whole team's working together. So are the Buffs.
Teamwork makes the dream work. You know what they say.
And us here at Go Buff Sports, we are so happy to provide live streaming for all of these club games. As the Buffs are in the offensive zone for what seems like so much this period, as that one gets golfed out. Polacek tries to skate this one to Volko, passes it, still in the Buff zone. And it is fought along the ice with Nick Deponio.
Jinx. Sorry, I'm sorry. Another ref with the tumble.
The refs, maybe the ice just here is more slippery, as Chatsky is going to get a foul.
Oh, a little bit of a fight.
A penalty, not a foul. Wrong sport. He lost his stick. He's getting talked to the refs and just hit it Buff. We will see what this is all about.
Ben, a minute 30 remains. So if there is a penalty here, Michigan is going to be down. There is going to be a penalty. That's going to be number 6. Who'd you say? Chapsky?
Ian
with
Chapsky.
2 goals on the night. Their key player of the game is out for the last remaining minute 30 of this game. Not what you want to see from the Michigan sideline.
And I think Chapsky, it's just all the frustrations coming together. The Buffs have scored 4 unanswered this period. And I think Ian Chapsky just took that all out on that play. And I mean, he will not be playing the rest of this game. As this has been a very physical one. Goalie traps this one. We are going to get another face-off. 2 seconds have come off the clock. 1:28 remaining. 6-3 here in Boulder, Colorado. Passes that one to 14. Tries to get the Buffs trying to get one more, as we are at 1:15 remaining. 14 trying to just skate some thrill. It is a 5-on-4 power play for the Buffs. Just trying to we got basically a minute remaining, as the Buffs are going to just waste all the time
that they possibly can,
and
for sure.
They're now skating it up the ice. 14 is just skating it around. 50 seconds remain. He is just having some fun.
Big hit on the wall.
Just like they're playing some backyard hockey out on the ODR. 14, such a big part of the game today. And I think maybe a few assists, a goal of his own. 30 seconds remain as the Buffs do give it away. Spartans try and just go for a quick shot. That was Lucia. 20 seconds remain, and Buffs are going to just keep it behind the goal.
Man, I just want to say this is great sportsmanship from the Colorado side, yet they are up 6-3. They're not continuing to push for more goals. They're able to keep the puck alive, allowing time to expire, not pushing anything on this Michigan side, not adding to frustration. They want to have a clean game. As time expires, the Colorado Buffaloes are going to win on senior night.
What a game. And JR, I will get your opinion in just a second, but I would like to thank everybody for tuning in today with your popcorn, your orange juice, your Uncrustables, and I mean, it has been a great game here. Great game to call, along with all my co-workers, I'll call them, my counterparts, as the Buffs win 6-3 in this D2 game against the Michigan State Spartans. JR, what do you think about this game? What are your takeaways?
I definitely thought it was interesting seeing both sides of the puck. You could definitely tell Michigan had momentum for honestly most of the entire game until that third period. Colorado, it looked like they weren't going to get anything there, but instead they were able to capitalize on opportunities, scored 4 unanswered, to keep themselves alive in this game. Michigan held most of the momentum, finding a way to score, win up 3-2. But Colorado was able to just dominate in that third period. There was 2 early icing calls, so that's where we got the idea. Colorado didn't go off to the right start, but Colorado was able to end it. It's not how you start, it's how you finish a game.
And, JR, you make such a fair point as the fans and players are celebrating with each other right now. Senior night, such a success today as we celebrate 6 seniors in this D2 program that will be moving on within the next year. Just to re-talk about them, it is number 6, Diego Patones, number 13, Noel Sinicki. We got number 2, Luke Dow, number 10, Tate Doris, and number 4, Thomas Knapp, and then number 92, Aiden Hebel. It was such a great game from all Buffs today. The fans were here. Everybody was excited. And, I mean, what else can you ask for?
Honestly, Ben, I really hope it's not that cold outside. I'm kind of cold in here. I kind of wish it's a little bit warmer outside. I'm contemplating that snowball fight now. It sounds fun, but, it's cold. Okay, it's cold.
Yeah, I'm with you, JR. My toes are starting to get a little cold in here. Probably wasn't the best shoe choice, but just to recap this for you, for the Michigan State Spartans, number 6, Ian Chapsky with 2 goals, number 13, Josh Melikranakis with 1, and for the Buffs, JR.
On the Buff side, Alex Buak, number 1, with 1 goal tonight. Diego Patones, the senior, with another goal. Tanner Simpson, number 12, with another goal. Luke Dow, the other senior, had another goal tonight. We forgot to mention another one, but we did believe we saw Smithberger. And did you see who that last goal was, Ben?
I believe that last one was Dominic Alexandrov, who actually I think will get my offensive MVP today.
I would agree with that.
I think he was a big part of pushing the Buffs forward. Even if he didn't get the assists, he definitely got a goal. I think he got 1 or 2 assists of the 6 goals, and I think he was a big part. What are your thoughts on your MVP?
I'm just going to agree with everything you just said. I definitely agree. He had a great game tonight. For the folks at home, we just want to say thank you so much for watching. We hope that you had a great night. It is currently 10:38 in the CU Rec Center as fans are leaving. We're about to start wrapping up. We just want to say thank you so much. Ben, any closing statements?
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And watch all the next live streams. We're streaming hockey tomorrow and possibly Sunday. Probably Sunday. Definitely Sunday and Monday.
But folks, it's going to be
cool
cold
on Monday for us here at Colorado. So we will be streaming hockey.
Stay tuned for those. Thank you, guys. And you're watching Sco Bus Sports. I'm JR.
And I'm Ben.
Thank you.
I started laying on the